good evening, and welcome to First Bank and Trust Arena in New Prague. I'm Wade Olson, and we're just minutes away from the drop of the puck in this non-conference hockey game between the Hutchinson Tigers and the New Prague Trojans. Zamboni on the ice. Both teams have completed their warm-up. And after some time away for the Christmas break, New Year's break, excited to be back here with you today. Just 6 regular season broadcasts left, I believe, here as New Prague does hit the road for quite a stretch after this week before playoffs do start. So excited to get back at it. New Prague is looking to get back in the winning ways. They did suffer a defeat at the hands of Northfield over the weekend. A really good Northfield team, a ranked 1A team. In town tonight, the Hutchinson Tigers. Hutchinson, a struggling hockey team, playing better of late, but they have not earned a win as of thus. And New Prague looking once again to play good hockey, to get to really get their game going, to have a successful day today as they look to kind of string together some wins as they look to improve their playoff seeding. So that's, instead of listening to me, let's hear from head coach Brad Drazen. I was able to visit with him a short time ago. His thoughts on the Northfield game, Christmas break, and tonight's matchup with the Tigers. I'm here with head coach Brad Drazen. Coach, first of all, Christmas break. How was Christmas for you and the family?
It was good. It was good. We got a lot of good family time. 5 of the 6 of us were sick for multiple days, so a lot of family time. But it was good. It was good. The kids got to play with their presents, and I got to clean up after them playing with their presents.
That's how it should be. First game after the holiday break, you guys take on a really good Northfield team. You back and forth. They got the first 2, you got 4 of the next 5, but weren't able to pull it out. Just talk to us about the game in Northfield.
Yeah, Northfield's a really good team. They're a top 10 single A team, and I love the rivalry kind of aspect. We've had a lot of good games with them, and going back to even their coaches. I played against them in high school when they were at Northfield, so that was a lot of fun. But the game, I think, obviously going down 2-0 early, I was really proud of our guys in their battle back. But I think that game slipped through our hands a little bit. I think we've talked a little bit about it's hard to win, and we need to do the little things right more consistently to win. And so I think we'll look for that tonight.
Hutchinson tonight, non-conference game, a program that hasn't won yet. To me, that when I coach, these are the hardest games. The one you want to be up 8-0, 2 shifts in, which isn't possible. But this was always the hardest for me to coach in. Similar for you, or what are you looking for from your team tonight against Hutchinson?
Yeah, it is. I actually sent a message to our guys like, hey, we know where they're at, but also if I'm them, I'm preaching they beat us last year. They had a really tight game against St. Louis Park last game. And I would also preach that we can get into penalty trouble. And so I think, they're going to come out with some energy. I think they're going to come out with some fight. And so we have to be ready to match that, I think. And like you said, you want to start out strong in this group. It's kind of like it's hard to win. It's, hard to learn how to win, where we kind of get on this roller coaster a little bit. So, it's not leaning on being up, like you said, early, it's just playing the right way and things will work out.
Once again, I'm here with head coach Brad Drazen on the AAI Garage Door Coach's pregame show. Coach, a couple guys draw in today for the first time, getting their first varsity action. Defenseman Cooper Dias and then netminder Dylan Kenow, both getting their varsity action. Talk about what they bring to your club.
Yeah, they've been, a couple of sophomores coming in. They've been really working hard in practice. We talked with these guys about they almost have the most difficult schedule out of anybody on the team because they've been practicing both varsity and JV every day, and they're expected to bring it every day to each practice, and that's not easy to do. So they've worked hard. They earned their chance, and excited to see what they can bring. Talk to them a little bit ahead of time. Like we don't need you to. We don't expect you to win the game for us. Anything like that. Just go and enjoy the moment and have fun. And you're prepared. You're ready. You belong at the varsity level, and go give it your best shot.
Coach, we're starting senior spotlights today during our broadcast, and we are featuring Jackson Waitis today. Jackson did have 2 goals and an assist against Northfield. Talk about your thoughts on Jackson as a senior, what his strengths are, and what he brings to your program.
Yeah, first and foremost, Jackson's just a great person. He's a really good leader for us. He brings a lot of energy. He's the guy getting everybody going in the locker room. He's getting the music going. He's up bouncing around, which is huge. And he's really, I think, really, really good with the younger guys coming in. He helps them. They talk about him a lot of help him come in and feel comfortable, which is huge. And then, on the ice, he's a big kid. He's a big body, and he's found, he had a good goal against Northfield where he just kind of out-muscled him a little bit, and he's found a way to just be at the net and to get goals that way and be, disrupt and cause chaos in front of the net.
Final question, Coach. After Christmas, a good time to kind of a halfway point or so. What are halfway through things that you are happy with where your team's game is halfway through, and maybe technical areas where you'd like to get better heading into the playoffs?
Yeah, I think it's just naturally as a coach, you're always in fix-it mode. You're always in picking things out that aren't going well or things you want to work on, and so those are the ones that are easiest. And I think for us, we want to be more consistent. We're a really good hockey team when we're playing fast and playing 5-on-5. And so we want to have more consistent time with that. I think that's probably our major one. That's probably the biggest one. And that's above all any structure, systems, anything like that. And I think, things that have gone well is that this group is really stuck together. They push each other. They hold each other accountable. They're a great group to be around, and that's going to pay off for them in the long run. So I think, it's just that consistency piece has kind of bit us a little bit, but it's a group that's dedicated and they care a lot, and they'll get through this.
Very good. About 10 minutes away from puck drop, the Hutchinson Tigers against the New Prague Trojans. Coach, good luck, and we'll talk to you after the first.
Thanks.
And thank you once again to Coach Drazen for joining me just a few moments ago as we get ready to face off here between the Hutchinson Tigers and New Prague Trojans. Hutchinson 0-10, New Prague 6-3-2 on the season. I do want to thank our sponsors for making this broadcast possible. What we're going to do is we're going to hear from them now. We'll come back with your Bishop Investment lineup cards, and we'll have drop of the puck momentarily. You're watching New Prague Trojans Boys Hockey.
Is your garage door giving you trouble? Whether it's a broken spring, malfunctioning opener, or you need a brand new door, AAI Garage Door is here to help. Doug and his team at AAI Garage Doors bring over 20 years of experience to every repair and installation, providing fast, reliable, and affordable solutions for your garage door needs. Serving New Prague and surrounding areas like Belle Plaine, Shakopee, Prior Lake, and more, we're proud to be your trusted local garage door experts. Call Doug today at 952-465-9409 or visit AAIGarageDoors.com for fast, friendly service. AAI Garage Doors, bringing you peace of mind one door at a time.
Home. It's where your story begins, and every story deserves a beautiful place to unfold. At Rocksmith Granite and Quartz, we craft surfaces made for real life. Warm gatherings, busy mornings, and everything in between. From bright, inviting kitchens to calming, beautifully designed bathrooms, we bring craftsmanship, care, and elegance to every space. Whether you're building a new home or refreshing the one you love, Rocksmith Granite and Quartz, you're going to love our work.
If you are interested in a new furnace, AC, water heater, or water softener and want professional and quality installations along with great pricing, give us a...
That's why we've made it our mission to bring real stories and life-saving education to schools and communities. Through courage and connection, we're equipping young people, parents, and teachers with tools to recognize and address mental health struggles before it's too late. We do this because we believe no one should feel alone. We do this because every life matters, and we do this because in every season, your mental health matters. Help us bring hope to more communities. Your support, whether through donations, sharing our message, or wearing our merchandise, fuels our mission to end the stigma and build a culture of care. We hope you'll join us.
For over 90 years, Witt Construction has been building dreams in New Prague and the surrounding communities. They're a family-owned and operated business and are proud to be led by former New Prague Trojan hockey players who understand the importance of teamwork and dedication. That's why they're committed to providing their customers with the best possible experience. Whether you're building a new custom home, renovating your existing home, or need commercial construction services, They'll work with you to create a space that meets your unique needs and budget. They also will offer a wide range of other services, including excavation and deck building. So no matter what your project is, they can help you get it done right. Visit their website or call them today for more information.
Hero Home Services is your trusted ally in home comfort. Whether it's plumbing, heating, cooling, drains, ducts, or electrical, visit callhero.com now to schedule your service.
And once again, I want to thank the sponsors again for making these broadcasts possible. We're excited to be here tonight. Neither team out of the locker room yet. Zamboni's done their work. Lights are dim. We expect both teams out of the locker room here just momentarily. Here at the Bishop Investments lineup cards, lineups for New Prague for this non-conference tilt. A couple of, from the last time we did a broadcast, Owen Dorzinski back into the lineup. Again, he had a injury. He did miss a few games before Christmas break. He did return against Northfield. First time I'm seeing Owen back after the injury. It'll be nice to see Dorzo back in the lineup. Again, you heard Coach Drazen talk about netminder first start for Dylan Kenow today. Dylan Kenow gets the Joey Closey's been man in the net for the first 11 games. Excuse me, Dylan with his first start today, so excited to see number 39 in net for the Trojans. And then Cooper Dias will be skating as his first varsity action. He is going to draw in today. He's going to be playing with Chase Cloutier on the third defensive pairing. So nice to see Dorzinski back in, Dias and Kenow draw in as well. So a few sweaters for New Prague to watch here for the Trojans. Top line for the Trojans, Carson Ashley going to be skating with Grayson Whitty and Jackson Whitus to start. Jackson's going to be our senior spotlight that we're starting tonight. Want to thank OMSC for sponsoring that. We're going to get thoughts on Jackson, not only his on-ice stuff, practice habits, some lighthearted stuff outside of hockey. So we're featuring Jackson Whitus today. We'll hear about him on the senior spotlight at the second intermission. Second line, Dorzinski, again, drawing back in. He's going to center Keenan Huber and Walker Anderson. Taden Krocek, the checking line center. He'll be joined by Caden Brigham and Grayson Rue and Jack Fronick, forward number 10, dressing for the Trojans today. Defense pairings, Tyler Applin had a goal against Northfield over the weekend. He'll be skating with August Beckius, Joey Bush and Riley Krocek, and then once again Chase Cloutier and Cooper Dias make up pairing number 3. So that is your lineup cards, brought to you once again by Bishop Investments. Hutchinson's going to wear black today, the traditional Hutchinson black, yellow, and white. Hutchinson gives me the willies from coaching football. We were in Hutchinson's section for 2 years. That was not fun, but again, you heard Coach Drazen talk about New Prague losing to this Hutchinson team last year, so I want to make amends for that one and just really play good hockey. I think today's just about playing good hockey right off the bat. Get the 7th win and feel really good about get everybody going again. Feel really good about where they're at. 7 wins in 12 games to start the season. We'll hear from our flag bearers at the end of the second intermission as well. At the end of period 1, head coach Brad Drazen will join us. So once again, lineups for New Prague: Ashley, Whitus, and Whitty. Dorzinski with Huber and Anderson. Taden Krocek with Brigham and Rue, with Jack Fronick as the additional forward. Applin and Beckius, Bush and Riley Krocek, Cloutier, Dias, and in net, sophomore Dylan Kenow for the Trojans. Just a moment away from the national anthem. I want to thank AAI Garage Door for sponsoring the coaches interview. I want to thank Brandwear for a couple of things, sponsoring our 3 stars of the game after the game, as well as they got me a new lid. Thank you, Brandwear, for the donation. New Prague Trojans hat. Appreciate that very much. All goals scored today brought to you by Hero Services. Special teams, Master Electric, sponsoring all New Prague power plays and penalty kills. Full Circle Mechanical sponsoring the Flag Bearers interview, and all replays and highlights today brought to you by Twin Cities Featherlight Trailer and Storage. We will pause now for the national anthem. When we come back, drop of the puck, Hutchinson and New Prague. You're watching Trojans Boys Hockey. Excellent job there. We're all set, ready to go. Hutchinson and New Prague here from First Bank and Trust Arena in New Prague. Upcoming games for the Trojans. Dodge County tomorrow already. Dodge County tomorrow, and then we return back home. Our next broadcast on Thursday. Waconia comes close. He's 6-3 and 2 record, 894 save percentage, 299 goals against. He will get the night off. Dylan Keenow's first varsity action. Also, happy to be with you. Got a lot in store for you today, and if you couldn't make it to the rink, enjoy this one. Puck is down, won by New Prague, and we're underway here. Monday Night Hockey is stepping up nicely with Tyler Applin, his man. Hutchinson's got a couple of players. Grady Campbell wears 6 for black. This puck comes into the slot, and August Beckius is going to ice it. And an early whistle, 20 seconds in. Defensive zone draw for the Trojans. 6 in black, tied for the team lead with points, with 9 as 8 assists. So forward number 6, a goal and 8 assists for Campbell. The other leading scorer is from the back end, number 10, Hudson Lean, leading the team with 4 goals and 9 points. He wears 10 for Hutchinson. He's defending now as Walker Anderson breaks to center. Dorzinski is nudged off the puck. Once again, Anderson, Huber, Dorzinski. Turnover forces Walker Anderson in front, and he is knocked down as a first scoring opportunity goes to New Prague as Hutchinson breaks out. The Tigers are Hutchinson, and they will dump in. That's Austin Carter goes opposite corner. Head up is Beckius. Again, New Prague looking to play with their team speed. Beckius puck handling through center. Can't elude the hit, and the puck sent back to center as New Prague finishes a change. Here's Riley Krocek will dump in. On the forecheck, Riley will follow it, joined by Carson Ashley. And Ashley's been our first star twice. Got to talk to him the last time, win against Spring Lake Park, last time we were on the air. Grayson Whitty trying to force a turnover and hit in the Hutchinson end. Aiden Silgi knocks him off the puck. Puck sent back to center. Krocek will be first one back. Hutchinson changes, and New Prague now with some speed to the neutral zone is Riley Krocek. Krocek backhands softly in. Prague a little late on the forecheck, but Jackson Whitus will be the first one to the puck. Whitus working with Ashley behind the net. Jackson Whitus, again, will be our senior spotlight. We'll talk about Jackson at the end of the second intermission. Puck rolls to the netminder, stopped there by Weston Borstad. Weston Borstad, the netminder for the Tigers, comes in with an .863 save percentage, goals against a 5.25. Again, all replays brought to you by Twin Cities Featherlight Trailer and Storage. As you saw that first opportunity as Walker Anderson tried to come off the goal line to the front of the net. Draws down. We're under 2 minutes into it. Cloutier tries to send in. He hits Grayson Rue on the half wall. Caden Brigham with Rue, working hard. Checked nicely by Reggie Murphy for Hutchinson. Again, this is Grady Campbell back deep in his own end as a forward. And Hutchinson does come away with the puck. And that's Hudson Lean. Lean to center. Taden Krocek plays to himself at the blue line, and unclaimed puck. Not much going on here. 2.5 minutes in. Tigers will ice it. And we get a whistle. And not great flow early. Both teams content playing dump and chase hockey. As the feeling out process happening at 2 minutes and 15 seconds in. Point leaders for New Prague, Carson Ashley and Grayson Whitty each have 12. They're tied for second on the team behind junior Walker Anderson with team leading 10 goals, team leading 16 points. For 21 in white, Walker Anderson. Tyler Applin looking for Dorzinski streaking. Hutchinson's been back safely, though, as Walker Anderson's bumped by the captain, Griffin Hutchins. Good strip by Walker Anderson. High slot, Huber. Huber sends wide. Huber down, knocks his man down. Dorzinski, good drop pass for Anderson. His shot in front deflected off the tape of a stick. And now the Tigers, good play by Applin. Tyler's able to keep in. Best shift so far for New Prague is Dorzinski physically knocks his man down. And now with some time and space is Colton Plombon. Plombon goes wink ride. Applin makes a good play again. Good shift for Tyler. First touch for Joey Bush. Joey Bush wide with speed and centers it through the slot. Huber at the end of his long shift. He'll send around, and puck does come to center at the blue line, and now Keenan will have to change. Long shift for a couple of those forwards. Walker Anderson back on the ice now with Ashley and Whitty. Here's a wide rush by the Tigers. A centering pass in front. First stave for Kenow on the backhand opportunity by Clayton Whitty. Just one shot on goal for each so far. Again, Hutchinson's best game of the year was their last one. They lost 3-2 to St. Louis Park. Bad turnover. Good recovery by Cloutier. As Riley Krocek had a little trouble in his own end, but his defense partner picks up the play, backs his partner there as a shot by Whitty into the breadbasket of the netminder Borstad. A couple of opportunities for New Prague. Wide down the right wing and skating the puck right to the goaltender. One for Walker Anderson in that wide rush there. Draws down, and Hutchinson's going to come forward with it. Skating ahead is Ben Van Merrill. Tyler Applin behind the net. Whitty coming together with Grady Campbell. Again, 6 and 10, a couple numbers to watch for the Tigers. Good up there from his own end by Beckius. Whitus hits Whitty in speed. Grayson Whitty making a hard physical move to the net, but rubbed off by Campbell. As the puck is out of play, hits the net, and we get a whistle and stoppage. A couple good plays in New Prague's own end. You saw the defensive play by Cloutier. That was a very good play. You saw a real good pass by Beckius up to Whitus, and the second pass as well, as Jackson was able to hit Whitty in rhythm for a scoring opportunity. That's tipped in front. It's in Grayson Roos, skates to the slot, and then taken there by Hutchinson. Cleared to the line, not out. Applin shot and deflected just wide, as Tigers will flip back into the New Prague zone. Trojans collect there with Beckius. Here is August. Again, Hutchinson, not much forecheck actually. A lot of neutral zone trapping here as Grayson Rue is knocked off the puck by Griffin Hutchins. Hutchins up ahead to Austin Carter, and Carter will shoot in. Working again, that's Colton Plombon. Beckius working against him. That shot goes over the left shoulder. Rebound in front. Good positioning by Applin as the now puck unclaimed. Taden Krocek softly into the neutral zone. Collected there by Reggie Murphy. Murphy rink wide, taken by Beckius. Head to Brigham. Caden had a little trouble accepting it, and skating the puck back in is Charlie Wasik. Wasik looks for a centering pass, but Anderson collects behind his own net, and Walker Anderson trying to come with speed. He's being marked by Whitty. Clayton Whitty, that is. Has a good dangle by Anderson, and a shot snatched up by Borstad. A whistle and a stoppage. You see the good speed there by Anderson. Good choice to go with the shot there. As you can see, no help, no assistance as New Prague finishing their change. They're almost 6 minutes in and scoreless between Hutchinson and New Prague. Again, Dodge County tomorrow. Our next broadcast, home Waconia Thursday. Riley Krocek back to take the puck. Good backhand pass for Joey Bush. Bush pass into Keenan, skates a little bit, and Joey will recover. On the forehand, good play there to Walker. Walker, great pass to Huber. Huber ahead to Drzinski. 3 tape-to-tapes allow 4-on-3. Anderson comes in, a shot saved by Borstad. Best opportunity in rush for New Prague stems from 3 tape-to-tapes on the breakout. And the Trojans, I think, best opportunity there. Borstad up to the challenge on the high attempt from Anderson. So again, Twin Cities Featherlight Trailer and Storage. All replays. Puck sent towards the net by Cloutier. Blocked and deflected in front. I don't think it's going to have enough. Yes, it will. I lied. Icing the call. And we'll get an offensive zone draw for the Trojans with 10:40 remaining in period 1. Taking a look at the section, the big story in Section 1AA Farmington. Yet to lose a game. You know, if we are seeding today, they would be the 1. Lakeville South would be the 2. New Prague would be the 3 if we seeded today. Is coming by himself there as Beckius steps up on his man, Grady Campbell. Puck is kept in, though, by Hutchinson. And Cloutier will clear the puck in the neutral zone. Shots on goal, 4-1 New Prague. First man back, Griffin Hutchins. Beckia steps forward. Here's August, and August takes a shoulder. He's knocked down. The referees say play on. Beckia forces a turnover in the high slot, and the puck comes to center. And dumped in, but good job by Ashley. Carson Ashley's up, though, fails to click, and the execution off a little bit on this shift for the Trojans. Get a whistle and stoppage. 9:54 to play, period 1. Just a heads up, I am coming off of sickness a little bit, so if there is a little delay, that's just me off mic for a few seconds. That'll happen a few times during the game. Sickness definitely going around. As Grayson Rue gets rubbed out. Linesman falls down as well. Good legal hit by Colton Plombaum. Called his name a couple of times for Hutchinson, wearing 22 in black. Puck is deflected in. There's, again, Tigers using a lot of dump and chase. Hoping for a turnover, hoping to force a turnover as Grayson Rue avoids the stick check. Has the puck knocked away briefly. Centering pass looking for Tayden Krochek. But Tayden had a different idea there, staying high. Unclaimed puck in the neutral zone. Here comes Walker Anderson. Caden Brigham has to be stationary, though, to stay on side. Bush down the wall for Brigham. Pushed into the wall by Reggie Murphy. Hutchinson wins the puck. And they break out to center. Bush in his own end. Looking for Huber. Tyler Applin comes back. Applin return pass for Bush. Up the wall for Walker. Walker, good pass with pace to Keenan Huber. Nice, smart play by Anderson in the neutral zone. That's his second one of those. Dorzinski pass looking for Anderson on the one-timer. Got onto the heel a little bit. Cloutier on the backhand. Good play for Anderson. Anderson looking for Dorzinski in the slot. Puck is deflected behind the net. A turnover forced. Backhand opportunity for Huber through the slot. Hutchinson takes the puck. Will relieve pressure with an ice. And we get a whistle and stoppage here with 8:16 to play, period number 1. Something noticeable, a couple things with Hutchinson's game. Hutchinson is definitely not sending two forwards in on the forecheck. They do not want New Prague counterattacking with speed and having two forwards trailing the play. So Hutchinson either going in with 0 and neutral zone trapping, or just 1 as New Prague wins the draw clean. The other thing is they have no problem relieving pressure with icing. Hutchinson coaches seem to be okay with that as a puck is deflected into the corner as Riley Krochek's attempt got through, was going wide, but steered by Borstad, the goaltender, into the glass. Under 8 to play, first period, and scoreless. If you're just joining us, Wade Olson for the First Bank of Trust Arena. Jackson Whitus wins a battle behind the net. Coming down is Cloutier, Borstad, and Cloutier playing catches. That shot by Chase, left glove save by Borstad. Whistle stoppage here. Under or more than halfway through period number 1. Last game for New Prague, they did fall to Northfield 6-4. Northfield scored the first 2. New Prague got 4 of the next 5, led 4-3, but Northfield able to get the tire, go ahead, and an empty netter with just under a half minute to go. Beckius for Huber. Walker Anderson pushes the puck back in the Tiger zone. Hutchinson has there. That eludes August. No icing. As I said, Beckius could have touched it. Applin on the backhand. Misplayed it a little bit as Hutchinson had a brief moment for an opportunity, but Walker Anderson takes the puck. Good stick deflection by Hudson Lean there for the Tigers. The deflection goes into the Tigers bench. Whistle stoppage. Center ice face-off with 7:17 to play in the first. Again, one guy we're watching today is Dylan Kenow, the goaltender. Really just the one save. Hasn't been tested. Puck hasn't been near him much. Hasn't really had to even leave the net to play it and help a defenseman with puck handling. So that's what we got. One of the hardest things for a goaltender when you're not busy, you're not getting action. When that first tough one comes, are you ready and engaged? Something we'll watch for here going forward. There's Riley Krochek from center. and flings the puck in the net. We get a whistle and a stoppage again. New Prague has 10 different goal scorers on the season. And one guy we haven't mentioned yet, drawing out today, serving a suspension actually from a kneeing penalty in the Northfield game. Cade Borwidge not playing today, serving his one gamer for a penalty in the Northfield contest. Good pass ahead for Whitty. It was Krocek to Whitty. Jackson Whitus, good pass for Ashley, and Ashley's shot. Good stick check by Hutchinson. Not sure if it was Lean or Ben Van Merrill, but a good opportunity for Carson Ashley, thwarted by a stick check. Joey Bush does a nice job in his own end. Jackson Whitus pass for Whitty. Whitty to himself, but runs into the body of Lean. The defensive-minded Tigers trying to eliminate the speed of New Prague, and I think they've done a good job so far. Tigers come to center. Stepping up was Bush, but pushing the puck forward is Wasik, and Hutchinson bench celebrating little victories as New Prague now come back 2-on-2. Here's the talented Carson Ashley. Pushing the puck to himself, rubbed off it though, and Aiden Silge has the puck for the Tigers. Picked off by Beckius. Here's Beckius in the slot, and hits the shin of Griffin Hutchins. Not much getting through for New Prague. Coming forward is Cloutier as his puck hits Austin Carter, who comes down the left wing. Carter with the shot, and Dylan Kenow up to the task. The sophomore netminder makes his best play here in period number 1. There's a Twin Cities Featherlight replay, a late developing 2-on-1. I think a good choice by Hutchins to elect shot there. As you can see, Kenow on his angle, coming out to challenge past the blue, trusting the defenseman to take the pass away. Good net minding there by Dylan Kenow. Here's August Beckius, 5:31 to play, period 1, spinning in his own zone. Softly for Anderson. Good play by August. Good pass by Walker. I've liked Walker's passing here in the first period. Or as a pass, Keenan Huber looking a centering pass, I believe, for Anderson. But Borstad beats Anderson to the puck, puts his left mid on it, and we get a whistle and a stoppage. A good net drive there by Anderson. Keenan Huber doing what he's supposed to do, get the puck to the front of the net, and hopefully good things happen. You hear that mantra a lot in hockey. Never a bad play. If you don't know what else to do, put it to the net. Hopefully something good comes out of it. Here come the Tigers. To center. Anderson knocks his man down. Here's Beckius. Beckius has the puck taken away there by Hutchinson. There's a back check shot off the crossbar. Is the shot by the Tigers of eludes traffic and hits the bar, and New Prague gets a break. Under 5 to play in the period. Here's Anderson. And Hutchinson will change. Again, not much pressure for checking. Again, it's either going to be 0 or 1 guys. Never 2 for the Tigers. They're going to the guy high and try to eliminate New Prague's skating speed. Here's Beckius, though, gaining the line. Wide. Trying to go short side. Trying to catch the goaltender cheating off the post. Cannot do that. Borstad with the save. There's that opportunity here from the slot. And somehow, again, you can see why Dylan had trouble with that. New Prague defenders crossing his vision there. Is Drzinski trying to block it. Huber as well. And fortunate there for the Trojans. Puck iron was kind this time, and we remain scoreless. Grayson Rue with the puck. Back to Bush, who falls down. All right, skating after with a little speed. Here's Austin Carter. Carter wide, he fires, and that hits the post. As a falling down allows Carter to come with speed, and had Dylan beat stick side here. And for the second time in a minute, Tigers actual crossbar again. Well-placed shot, but New Prague fortunate there. We remain scoreless. There's a shot, and Kenow with the save. Hutchinson has the last 4 shots on goal in the contest. 4:10 to remain, first period. And there's the replay of that save. Good job by Dylan on his angle. All the Hutchinson opportunity, a lot of them, excuse me, not all of them, a lot of them coming from that left wing area. to the netminder's right. And draw one cleanly by Carson Ashley. Good pass for Applin. Applin for Ashley. Looking for Wojtis. Failing to click, and Hutchinson will fire in. All right, bouncing puck taken by Keenau, who plays correctly for, I believe, Joey Bush. Ashley hemmed up a little bit on the wall. And New Prague having a little trouble breaking out here. Ahead for Whitty. Whitty trying to spring Wojtis. Wojtis has the puck by himself, taking a hit. And New Prague just a little late getting there, but Grayson Whitty now has the puck. Whitty for Ashley. Ashley centering pass, and Borstad, I think he's going to pin it against the side of the net. He does. We get a whistle and stoppage. We'll hear from head coach Brad Drazen on the AAI Garage Door coaches interview after the first period. Once again, after the second period, we'll have our flag bearers. Flag bearer interviews for the day, as well as senior spotlight on Jackson Wojtis. Draws down, Keenan Hubers Anderson, as Anderson has the puck knocked off his stick by Griffin Neppel. Again, no power plays, no penalties yet in the game. It has not been a physical contest at all. Best hit was by Dorzinski on Owen's second shift. Good pass across to Dorzinski. He's knocked down, and skating ahead is Griffin Neppel. Neppel marked by Chase Cloutier. Neppel plays the puck to himself, and he's the first man to it. Checked by Riley Krocek. Four-man battle. Neppel, Krocek, Bush, and Logan Hagstrom for the Tigers. And one of the rare opportunities that two guys below the goal line for Hutchinson. Here's Hudson Lean, smooth skating defenseman, leading point man for Hutchinson. The Tigers were finishing a change though. Dorzinski leaves for Huber, taken away here by Tigers, and they hit the post again. Third time hitting iron as a turnover during a change. Tough spot there for New Prague, and Hutchinson's been close to 3 of them here. Early on, 2:20 to play, first period. Tyler Applin knocked down. Taden Krocek coming back, puck back to center. Reversed there by Aiden Silge. Puck's fired in on the forehand, Applin. Krocek has the puck, stolen by Hutchinson. Applin on the forehand to center, and it's going to be fired back in. And Keenau gloves and will leave for Beckius. Under 2 to play, first period. August Beckius for Tyler Applin. Tyler will dump in with pace. Goaltender has to stay home. Caden Brigham had a little trouble accepting again. Hutchinson takes the puck. Here is Jack Hanke. Applin at his own blue line. Up for Brigham, stepped up on. Grayson Rue now backhands forward. He was knocked down, and now the Tigers will come out. Looks like Grayson's shaken up a little bit, or end of a long shift. Tigers come forward. That shot sent towards the net, gloved and batted by Ashley. Rue takes a check. He's got to get off, and he does now. Carson Ashley checking his man. Hutchinson's had the puck too much here in the period, and they're starting to gain some confidence. 1 minute, first period. Bush looking for Ashley, and the Tigers will fire in again. On the forecheck, Hudson Lean. A good hit by Ashley's going to go. They're going to call interference, I think. I think Ashley's going to go for interference as the puck. Oh, roughing. Ashley's going to go for roughing. First penalty on New Prague. Boy, I thought he kept his arms down there. I don't know about that one. As you see this opportunity, the third time off the pipe for the Tigers. So Ashley's going for roughing. I thought he did a good job. I thought maybe interference as the puck had moved away from him a little bit. Yeah, his arm, I think interference is better than roughing there. But so Ashley for roughing, and Master Electric penalty kill for New Prague. Penalty kill is they've given up 9 out of 52, and here comes Dorzinski, shorthanded breakaway. Owen fires, and we're gonna get a penalty shot. This should be a penalty shot, right? Ooh. Boy, that's a slash. Boy, that slashing on Hutchinson. Boy, he's clear, isn't he? Yeah, that's he's definitely clear of him. He's not on his side. So slashing the call. So both teams will skate 4-on-4. maybe I could be unfamiliar with the high school rule as well. But match, so roughing for Ashley for 9 seconds, and New Prague springs a breakaway. Dorzinski foiled there, and will skate 4-on-4 with under 40 seconds to play in period number 1. Here's Beckius for Joey Bush. I think 4-on-4 helps New Prague a little bit. Good pass, Anderson, Whitty, Grayson, Beckius. August fires and hits the outside of the net, I believe. Maybe off the stick. Here's Beckius. August. Pass, fire, one-timer opportunity for Joey Bush. Didn't get all of it. Again, I think 4-on-4, New Prague. This does advantage the Trojans. Good pass by Walker. August. Saucer looking for Whitty. And the end of the period will end, and we will start the second period 4-on-4 as Hutchinson hits iron 3 times in the frame. And New Prague shots on goal leads 9-7, but nothing into the net yet. And that does it for period 1 of play. Again, we will hear from head coach Brad Drazen here in just a moment. And I do think the Mites are going to play here, so first intermission is going to be a little bit longer than some of the other ones, but we will hear from the head coach here shortly. And not a ton going on there. The Dorzinski breakaway had a couple good plays. I think Walker Anderson had a couple really good passing plays. August Beckius had some smart plays, pinching down, coming down as that 4th man in the offensive zone. But I think New Prague definitely wants to get a little bit more going offensively on the rush, especially with speed as they go forward. So give Hutchinson marks. Again, looking for their first win of the year. I think they were defensively sound, did a good job blocking shots, getting sticks in the way, nullifying some scoring opportunities for New Prague. And really the back half of that period, I would say the Tigers were the better team and the more dangerous team consistently there. So that's where we are after 1 period of play. Knotted at 0. Good period for the sophomore netminder, Dylan Kenow, making his first start. And what goaltenders will tell you, the crossbar and post are there for a reason. If it wasn't going to hit the cross, if it was going to go in the net, he would have stopped it. That's what I was going to say. So good period for Dylan as well. As you can see, the Mites on the ice. New Prague again will delay here, and we'll get head coach Brad Drazen to join us. And when he joins us, get his thoughts. We'll take a commercial timeout. I want to thank our sponsors again for making the broadcast possible. Once again, New Prague back in action tomorrow, taking on Dodge County. Wednesday, our next broadcast, is New Prague taking on Waconia at home. What's that? He needs more slack. Sorry, head coach Drazen needs more. The headset got hung up a little bit as he will join us now.
I've got the chisel ready to.
Coach, can you hear me?
Yeah, you got me.
Very good. Coach Brad Drazen joining us on the AAI Garage Door Coaches Interview. Coach, 0-0 after 1. Just initial thoughts on the period.
Yeah, I thought early we were pretty good. Like I liked where we were at. I think we could have put more pucks on the net, but then. They got 3 posts there, and I think they got some energy off that. And then, we don't get a couple of pucks out or a couple of pucks deep, and then, they got offense out of it. So, we're gonna have to battle through them having some life and energy.
Hutchinson not super aggressive on the forecheck. They're sending 0 or 1, never 2 guys. They seem to be back, and was it hard to generate speed to the neutral zone and come and cross the blue line as a unit?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're trying to just kind of gunk things up in the middle, right? They don't want us to come through with speed, and that's hard because that's the type of game that we want to play. So we're gonna have to be prepared and adjust and come back to pucks. I think a little bit more while also spreading things out. So yeah.
Some of these opportunities, almost, and then we hit a shin or hit a stick at the last second. What's the message? How do you get more pucks through when the opportunities aren't as many? How do you get more pucks through to take advantage of the one opportunities you get?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of either we're hanging on to pucks a little bit too much, waiting again for that kind of just waiting for things to develop, where it should just be maybe quick and shoot, or we're stopping our feet, and then that's allowing the coverage to collapse a little bit, and they're able to track it a little bit more. So it's either going to, if you get it and you're going to get a good shot area, shoot it quick, or keep moving your feet with the puck to create more.
Coach, last question. You have a sophomore netminder getting his first action. Dylan Keenau made some really good saves there. The iron helped a little bit as well, but had a couple really good opportunities where he was out challenging. What I liked, past the blue, cutting down the angle, trusting his defenseman to take the pass. What'd you notice from your sophomore netminder?
Yeah, you never know what to expect, right? It's his first varsity start, and he was nervous, and I thought he did well coming out in the challenge. That's what you want to see, right? Rather than him, playing it safe or not wanting to get beat, go out and cut the angle down, and that's the way to do it.
Coach, good luck the rest of the way. Go get one.
Thank you.
It's head coach Brad Drazen on the AAI Garage Door Coaches Interview. Again, I've coached forever as well, and I know how wrapped up in games I get. I think it's really cool that Coach joins us after the first period to get his thoughts. And again, he looks calm. I don't think it's a great period for New Prague, but I think the coaching staff is calm. There's some things that they like, some things they want to clean up to be able to play with a little bit more speed. I think it's the entries. When one guy enters, but one forward has to be straddling the blue line because they're not coming in together. And I think as they enter the blue line together with speed, I do think they're going to be able to create more offense going forward. So that's where we're at. Scoreless through one. Updated shots on goal, New Prague 10, Hutchinson 5. When we start the second period, we'll be 4-on-4 for a minute and 12 as Carson Ashley in the box for New Prague on a roughing penalty. 9 seconds later, Hudson Lean on a slash, taking away a scoring opportunity for Owen Dorzinski shorthanded. So that's where we're at. We're scoreless. We're going to take a commercial timeout now as you finish up. Actually, let you watch the mites here for a little bit. They got a half a minute on the ice here. Take in the future of New Prague hockey. And when the horn hits, we'll take a commercial timeout and we'll come back and wrap up the first. Well done, boys. We'll take a commercial timeout. Scoreless, you're watching New Prague Trojans boys hockey.
Is your garage door giving you trouble? Whether it's a broken spring, malfunctioning opener, or you need a brand new door, AAI Garage Door is here to help. Doug and his team at AAI Garage Doors bring over 20 years of experience to every repair and installation, providing fast, reliable, and affordable solutions for your garage door needs. Serving New Prague and surrounding areas like Belle Plaine, Shakopee, Prior Lake, and more, we're proud to be your trusted local garage door experts. Call Doug today at 952-465-9409 or visit AAIGarageDoors.com for fast, friendly service. AAI Garage Doors, bringing you peace of mind one door at a time.
Home. It's where your story begins. And every story deserves a beautiful place to unfold. At Rocksmith Granite and Quartz, we craft surfaces made for real life, warm gatherings, busy mornings, and everything in between. From bright, inviting kitchens to calming, beautifully designed bathrooms, we bring craftsmanship, care, and elegance to every space. Whether you're building a new home or refreshing the one you love, Rocksmith Granite and Quartz, you're going to love our work.
If you are interested in a new furnace, AC, water heater, or water softener and want professional and quality installations along with great pricing, give us a call. Full Circle Mechanical, fully covering your home comfort needs. 651-315-2000, and let's go Trojans!
Mental health impacts every aspect of our lives. Yet for too long, it's been treated as a conversation to avoid. At Duck Cup Memorial, we know the cost of silence is far too high. That's why we've made it our mission to bring real stories and life-saving education to schools and communities. Through courage and connection, we're equipping young people, parents, and teachers with tools to recognize and address mental health struggles before it's too late. We do this because we believe no one should feel alone. We do this because every life matters, and we do this because in every season, your mental health matters. Help us bring hope to more communities. Your support, whether through donations, sharing our message, or wearing our merchandise, fuels our mission to end the stigma and build a culture of care. We hope you'll join us.
For over 90 years, Witt Construction has been building dreams in New Prague and the surrounding communities. They're a family-owned and operated business and are proud to be led by former New Prague Trojan hockey players who understand the importance of teamwork and dedication. That's why they're committed to providing their customers with the best possible experience. Whether you're building a new custom home, renovating your existing home, or need commercial construction services, they'll work with you to create a space that meets your unique needs and budget. They also offer a wide range of other services, including excavation and deck building. So no matter what your project is, they can help you get it done right. Visit their website or call them today for more information.
Hero Home Services is your trusted ally in home comfort. Whether it's plumbing, heating, cooling, drains, ducts, or electrical, visit callhero.com now to schedule your service.
And welcome back. Mites are off the ice. Zamboni's on the ice. We are at the first intermission of the non-conference game here between New Prague and Hutchinson. We are tied at 0. Let's take a look at our first period highlights. Replays highlights brought to you by Twin Cities Featherlight Trailer and Storage. Camper boat trailer storage available. Call 952-461-6548. You see a couple of times New Prague walking the puck from the red line out to the front. You saw Walker Anderson's opportunity there. And something we talked about with head coach Brad Drazen is those type of opportunities, hitting sticks, not getting through, getting deflections. As I see a wide rush there, I think that was Huber coming wide down the right side. I do think a couple of the rushes, New Prague forwards are alone. That second forward not hitting the zone with speed, just seemed to be off a little bit execution-wise. As you can see, New Prague, there's a high slot again, another deflection going wide from a pretty good, dangerous spot. There's Walker Anderson going wide on his rush. This is one of the good entries. I thought that was the best shift of the period for New Prague. You can see the forwards gaining the blue line together as both Keenan Huber and the winger joining there, and ends up in a good shot by Anderson as the fourth man. Puck was sent. I think that was Chase Cloutier with the opportunity, trying to go glove side on the goaltender there. It was a good pass by Jackson Woitis. Just another one of those opportunities as Carson Ashley in the high slot had it deflected just as he was about to release it for New Prague. Yeah, I think New Prague's had some net drive. That was a good one there as Huber trying to get the puck to Walker, the leading goal scorer, as the pass was deflected, so didn't get all the way there. And New Prague's best opportunity actually came short-handed, and we'll see that one coming up a little bit. We actually didn't get the Dorzo breakaway there as August Beckius tries there in 4-on-4 action with just under a half minute to play in the period. And I initially said shot wide, but it actually off the blocker of the netminder. So that's where we're at. We are scoreless through one period of play. Shots on goal, New Prague 10, Hutchinson 5. And we need a goal. All right, the game with Jacques Lemaire always said the game starts when the first goal happens. We'll get the long change in period 2. I do think the game's going to open up some, which will be advantageous to New Prague. And I do think starting the period 4-on-4 is going to be advantageous for the Trojans as well. So that's where we're at. Once again, for the second period intermission, we are going to have the flag bearer interviews. We're going to have the Player Spotlight. We're spotlighting Jackson Whitish today, sponsored by OMSC. We'll do that at the end of period number 2. But now we're going to take a break. We're going to take a timeout. We'll take about 5 minutes off as the Zamboni does its work. When we do come back, we'll have second period of action. It's New Prague and Hutchinson. You're watching Trojans Boys Hockey. And Zamboni is done. We anticipate the teams coming out of their locker room momentarily here. Again, 4-on-4 hockey to start here the second period of this scoreless game between New Prague and Hutchinson. New Prague looking for their 7th win of the season. Hutchinson looking for number 1. Good first period for the netminder, Weston Borstad. 10-save shutout, yet to be beaten. Dylan Kenow in his first varsity start, 5 saves for the Trojans netminder. Helped out a little bit by the iron. A couple of crossbars and a post. And I do think Hutchinson came as the period moved forward. Hutchinson did gain confidence, and a lot of their opportunities coming up that left wing. Maybe some neutral zone turnovers or some pucks not getting deep allowed Hutchinson to counterattack a little bit as the period worn down. So I do think not a bad period, but I do think there's more. They need to find more, and I think they will. I think starting 4-on-4 is going to help, and I think the long change is going to help here. I think it's going to be a good second period for the Trojans. Again, counterbalancing Hutchinson's philosophy of really trying to make the game slow between the blue lines. They don't want to get caught deep with multiple forecheckers below the red line, and they're really keeping guys high and making it hard for New Prague to enter the zone together with speed. You saw the one good example on the Twin Cities Featherlight and trailer replay when the forwards entered together. They were able to get that fourth man with the good high opportunity with a couple of net driving forwards. But New Prague needs more of that. Trojans need to enter the zone together more consistently, and let's see if they can use this 4-on-4 to develop some offensive flow and see if they can go forward with that. Ashley starts in the box, as does one of Hutchinson's best players, Hudson Lean. A couple of talented cats in the box. New Prague will have a 9-second power play when the 4-on-4 ends. Just one penalty aside. Who will start 4-on-4 for the Trojans? Beckius and Applin on the back end. Keenan Huber and Grayson Whitty, the forwards for the Trojans. After the game, we'll have our Brandware 3 stars of the game. Thought some guys had good periods. I thought Walker Anderson had a really good period. August Beckius, most of his shifts were good. I thought he was dangerous with the puck. A couple of guys coming just off the top of my head. Draw one by New Prague, and again, we're 4-on-4. Period number 2 underway. Beckius reverses to Applin, hits his tape. Tyler for Dorzinski to Whitty, who escorts the puck around for Dorzinski with speed. Owen with the shot and a save by Borstad. Good rush and zone entry by New Prague as Whitty tried to play the puck to himself. Comes off his stick, and he will regroup. And this Tigers team not being very aggressive, attacking the puck here on the 4-on-4. That could be icing and will be to start period number 2. So 33 seconds in. Good rush by Dorzinski. Good scoring chance for the Trojans to start. Nice to see Owen back in the lineup. And he did return from injury for the Northfield game. My first time seeing him. Feels like about 3 weeks maybe. Draw down is Hutchinson looking for centering pass. Still 4-on-4 for a half a minute. As Huber almost sprung himself for a breakaway as Griffin Hutchinson had a little trouble. New Prague will collect in their own end. Walker Anderson leaves for Applin. Tyler hasn't left the ice yet, neither has August Beckius here to start the second. August Beckius, wide rush. Beckius around the net. Looking to center, no zone, no lane there. Beckius sends through, and that is deflected, hits a stick in front, and goes to Borstad's pad. Anderson sidesteps his man. Play by Walker. August at the blue line. Pass for Applin. Tyler shot and saved by Borstad. Cleared the line, not out. Ashley out of the box. New Prague's on a 9-second power play. That has now ended. Each team 0 for 1 on the power play. Neither team really was able to get set up in 9 seconds. Here's Joey Bush. Bush lugging the puck and keeping it in his skates long enough for Whitty to have it. Here's Riley Krochek shot up into the scapula of netminder Borstad, who makes the save. Yeah, Tyler had time and space there. Tried to go up over the shoulder. New Prague unable to get traffic into the vision of the netminder, who makes that easy save. Here's Taden Krochek, wins the draw so cleanly, comes back to center. Here's Riley Krochek. Takes a slash on the back of the legs, pushes the puck forward. Second time we've seen Riley dump the puck in and chase it himself. Dorzinski leads for Bush. Good pass by Bush for Dorzinski. Right point, Riley. Riley slap shot, hits traffic. Blocked by Clayton Whitty. Dorzinski reverses, Whitty. And they have a Whitty, we have a Whitty. So I'll specify. Here's Grayson. Grayson Whitty. Eluding lean. Still has the puck. Still has the puck. Fires. Right blocker save by Borstad, as the puck is now trapped between the goal stick and the right pad. Whistle and stoppage. First 5 shots of the period go to New Prague. As there was Whitty opportunity off the blocker. Borstad's used the blocker on a few of his saves here to start the contest. Huber on the draw, playing with Brigham and Anderson here. The Tigers had a little more time than they thought. Brigham picked it off momentarily as Hutchinson will skate to center. Hudson lean, that should be icing, and it will be, yes. A little late on the whistle there, but the defenseman had not gained the red line. We get a whistle and stoppage here on the icing. 14:20 to play in second period. Scoreless if you're just joining us. Next broadcast Wednesday, home game against Waconia. Huber, Anderson, Brigham. It was Cooper Diaz, I believe, first shift for Cooper. Steps up, keeps the puck in his zone there, absorbing a hit. There's Grady Campbell in his own zone. Now the Tigers trying to come out, but Diaz picks it off and sends the puck deep. Here's Caden Brigham. Brigham trying to go back to the point, but here comes Hutchinson looking for a 2-on-1, but that pass eludes the on-rushing forward as Jack Hantke and Ben Van Merrill. A little off efficiency-wise there for the Tigers. Hutchinson, though, finishing the line change. Now on the forecheck is Austin Carter, working against Diaz. Diaz playing with Bush here. Joey Bush, his defense pair partner. That puck sent through. Dangerous in the slot. Now taken by Walker. Comes Walker Anderson. He's dumped. That's got to be a penalty. It is. Both referees put their arm up. That's going to be a hook on Griffin Hutchins. And New Prague goes to the power play. First real power play, as they call it, trip. As Anderson got his feet moving and trying to sidestep the defenseman who had to haul him down to take away a scoring opportunity. So this power play brought to you by Master Electric. New Prague power play 10 for 37 on the year, just under 27%. Wojtas, Dorzinski, Whitty, Beckius, and Anderson. The 5-man power play for New Prague. Looking to break the ice here. Here's Beckius through. Save! Dorzinski rebound. Oh, it's in, right? Dorzinski with the goal. I think the Borstad made an incredible save on the first rebound attempt by Dorzinski. But the second one, or maybe it trickled through. So a power play goal for New Prague. It's going to be Dorzinski from Beckius. And whoever won the draw, who was the center there? So Dorzinski from Beckius, and that is a hero service goal. So Wojtas and Beckius on the assists on the power play goal. Hero service power play goal at 3:49. New Prague leads 1-0. So give Walker Anderson the credit for drawing the penalty using his speed. Wojtis winning the draw. Beckius gets the puck through, and Dorzinski where he should be. That's just a really, really good power play there for New Prague. Good shift as the Trojans will ice it. Jack Fronick getting his first shift of the game, freshman winger for New Prague. So Dorzinski from Beckius and Wojtis. It was a good battle by Borstad. Good job by Dorzo sticking with that one. So Owen's first goal of the season for Dorzinski. 7th assist for Beckius, and Wojtis with his 4th winning the draw for New Prague. So Trojans lead 1-0, a Master Electric power play goal for New Prague. Hutchinson winning the draw now, trailing for the first time. Let's see if they open things up a little bit as Tyler Applin fires the puck into the net. We get a whistle and stoppage. Now we can't make fun of Dorzinski for not scoring anymore. We will. We will anyway. Good job by Owen there. Putting himself right at the post. You know, Jackson wins the draw, goes as net front presence. Dorzinski going into the hard areas. And to give Borstad credit, it looked like he was going to make an incredible save on the first whack by Dorzinski. I think it's the second whack that found the back of the net. Tigers down a goal. Again, they did hit the post 3 times. In period, there's a high slot knocked away. Dorzinski marking his man, saved by Keno. Applin trying to clear, cannot. Now using the glass, and the puck escorted to center. Good pressure by Grayson Whitty. Good pass for Dorzinski. Dorzinski wide, checked by Austin Carter. 4 guys together, Dorzinski, Wojtis, but Hutchinson comes out with a puck, backhand flip. They're going to say Applin kept the stick under the shoulders, stays on the red line as well, and a good dumping, good end of the shift for Tyler. Yeah, too many of those puck battles, though. New Prague not winning. Those 2-on-2s that the Tigers are coming out with the puck. As Beckius falls down, but is able to make the play. Long shift for Dorzinski. Owen trying to leave for Walker, does. As Walker's knocked down, Whitty with the opportunity and shot just wide. Here's Dorzinski. As he left the ice yet in the second. Anderson absorbs the hit. Chase Cloutier coming down. As Whitty on the puck. Dorzinski going forward at the line. Cloutier, high slot, and now finally back to center. August Beckius. As Dorzinski does get off there, and Hutchinson will fire in. Let's see their forecheck. First man on the check is Logan Hagstrom. Cloutier for Grayson Rule. Grayson absorbs the hit. Here comes Keenan Huber. Potential for a 3-on-2. Keenan Huber has the puck knocked off his stick by Hudson Lean. Here is Huber battling with Lean, and Hutchinson comes away with the puck again. Rink wide, trying to spring the man. They are onside. Here come the Tigers, centering pass in front. What a save by Keno! Right pad save, and Dylan Keno. Robbery. As the Tigers, he gets the first one on the opportunity by Hantke. Campbell with the rebound. 2 huge stops for the sophomore netminder, doing the splits and keeping the game 1-0. Yeah, big save. Good for that kid. That's excellent. Here are the Tigers. Again, New Prague leads 1-0. If you're just joining us, power play goal at 3:49 of this period. Owen Dorzinski's first goal of the year. August Beckius, Jackson Wojtis on the assist. Puck's fired in, dumped in by Reggie Murphy. There's Joey Bush. Again, it's these scrums I think New Prague's got to do a little bit better than they've done in the second. These 4-man scrums. Who comes out with the puck? Is not much. Puck's not moving. Referees say play it. And New Prague's going to put a 5th guy in there, and we outman them, and that allows Walker Anderson to take the puck with speed. Great dangle by skating by Anderson. Fires and Borstad with confidence and swagger with the left hand. Boy, look at Anderson through the neutral zone. That is just in rhythm, no delay, not knocked off his stride at all. And he's been the best forward on the ice for New Prague in this contest. Give the goaltender save with a little flair with the left hand. 9:47 to play in the second. New Prague leads 1-0. Tigers do win that draw, as they are trying for a breakout. Should be icing and will be, as they tried to spring Colton Plomben through the neutral zone. Good positioning there by Riley Krocek. New Prague will get an offensive zone draw to the right of netminder Weston Borstad. Flag bearer interviews, we're going to hear from Landon Brigham and Mason Lambricht, members of the Pee Wee A team. We'll hear from them at the end of the second period. Good pass for Riley Krocek. Shot and off the, I believe, the top of the blocker and up into the net by Borstad, as Riley Krocek's had a couple opportunities from this exact spot. Coming down top of the circles. As New Prague's, 5 or 6 of their shot opportunities from that type of spot. Boy, that maybe glanced the bar, too. As here comes the Tigers skate against Krocek with some speed. It's free, and Riley Krocek did just enough to impede the progress of the smooth skating Colton Plomben. Tigers bench screaming for a penalty. And I don't think they're going to get... Yeah, the referee comes over, says, no, it's okay. Yeah, good job. Yeah, good job by the official there. It's, as you see on our Twin Cities Featherlet replay, he kept, but the key is to keep both hands on your stick. And Riley did a good job of not removing a hand from the stick. No hold there, no hook. Good job by the official. Sometimes the red alert, the flag goes up there, and you're looking too hard for a penalty, and a good job there defensively. Good save by Kenow. Shot, rebound in front is diving forward as Cloutier knocks down his man, and Hutchinson dangerous looking for the tire. That was off the draw, and they'll have to regroup back to center. And Hutchinson ices it. New Prague will get an offensive zone draw here, 8:58. So off the draw, puck gets through, left pad save, and the rebound not knocked home. Good job by Chase Cloutier there, knocking his man to the ground. And again, you got to play the body sometimes, and Cloutier knocks his man to the ground, does not let the rebound to go into the empty net. So good job on the first save by the goaltender, and get support from his defenseman there, as New Prague wins the draw, and Dorzinski's dump, no call. As New Prague running a face-off play there. Dias is going to allow the forward play back to him. Cooper looking for Keenan. Anderson knocks his man down. I think we're going to get an interference call. Yeah, it's an interference. I believe it's going to be on New Prague. I think Anderson knocked down his man. I think he's going to go for interference. So New Prague is going to go shorthanded for the second time. An offensive zone penalty down, and that's bad luck. Watching the replay there, he's just trying to make a play for the puck, and the defenseman kind of got in his line there, and I think Walker just didn't see him right away. So I don't think that had any ill will. I think he was on a line to where he thought the puck was going to go, and it happened to be a Hutchinson player right in him. So that's one that doesn't bug me as much in the offensive zone. I don't think it was on purpose. He was looking to play the pucks. But New Prague is going to have to kill it off. Hutchinson, their first power play, trying to tie the game. Second officially, but the first one lasted 9 seconds before an even-up call. So this Master Electric penalty kill, New Prague, 0 for 1 so far on the game. 43 of 53 on the season. That shot at left pad saved by Kenow. Yeah, and that puck's fired, and second shot on goal of the power play. That one by Grady Campbell. And the sophomore netminder up to the task. Stopped all 6 shots here in the second, all 11 for the game. Penalty killing foursome: Jackson Whitus, Grayson Rue, August Beckius, Tyler Applin. Hutchinson wins the draw, and shots into the neck area. Stopped by Kenow, as Grayson Rue is going to be the first one to the puck, shorthanded. Grayson Rue takes the hit, lugs the puck a little bit, but the Tigers eventually, with an extra man, able to outman, and they'll break out. They will chip in. Tyler Applin on his forehand to the line, kept in. And as the Tigers trying to get set on their power play, good positioning by Beckius. New Prague was not able to clear, though, and that puck sent in. On the forecheck, Griffin Neppel. Neppel against Wojtis. Centering pass goes all the way through the slot. Rolling back into the Hutchinson zone. 37 seconds left on the interference minor to Walker Anderson. Again, New Prague leads 1-0. Power play goal this period, Owen Dorzinski. First goal of the season. Okay, stretch, knocked in. Should be no icing because it was deflected. Beckius blows a tire there, trying to go to the backhand. Ashley plays it to himself. Haven't seen the puck on Carson's stick as much this game as previous games. Definitely hasn't been as noticeable with the puck anyway. Dorzinski working against his man. Good job by Owen winning the battle. As the power play ends, Walker Anderson back on the ice. And New Prague now losing the puck here as Hutchinson back in their own end. They'll break to center. 3-on-2 potentially. And the pass astray as Grady Campbell had the puck roll off the toe of his stick. 6:21 to play second period. 1-0 New Prague. Breakout for Whitty. Hits Grayson Whitty in stride. Whitty wide. Checked there, and Hutchinson takes the puck. Joey Bush back in the neutral zone, now in his own end. Riley Krocek's pass is picked off, fires, and that goes just wide. Tough turnover there for New Prague, and from a high danger area, fired wide. Huber for Whitty. Here comes Grayson, 3-on-2. He's got Bush with him. Centering pass is deflected. Good stick by Griffin. Hutchins taken away. An outnumbered opportunity for New Prague. Under 6 to play in the second. Trojans lead 1-0. Again, the long change, a little bit more open here. Puck's deflected. Should not be icing, is not. Waved off. And the Tigers are able to make a good pass in their own zone. Rink-wide pass by Clayton Whitty and dumped in. Tigers now on the forecheck. Once again, they're down a goal. They do send 2 forwards there. Here's Brigham in. Caden to the line, does come out to center. Tigers will have to touch up. It's Joey Bush in his own zone. Maybe turned over for just a second, but back in support is Walker Anderson. Anderson leaves for Brigham in. Brigham in, and it's offside. And okay, as a couple guys come together, as referee blows a whistle, we're going to get face-off in the neutral zone. Yeah, it does. Prague's managed the puck pretty decent. I think off the tip, that's a good save by Closey there on the replay. It actually got the tip of the net, tip of the glove. As that one was labeled. A nice save there by, I thought initially it was just fired wide, but you could see on the replay as it hit the tip of the catching mitt and went just wide. Here's Tayden Krocek. Haven't seen Tayden have the puck on his stick much in this one as well. Puck's fluttered in. New Prague will get a whistle. It is offsides. That puck sent in, and because it was on net, I think the referee chose to blow it dead. Referee's going to talk to see if there's an inadvertent whistle or not. I don't think it matters. The puck's going to be faced off at the same spot anyway. Under 5 to play second period. Again, Hutchinson down a goal. New Prague leads 1-0. Power play marker. Each team each team has had 2 power play opportunities. Each team's had 1 full one and 1 abbreviated one. Brigham takes the hit, trying to allow Rue to make the play, but Hutchinson will skate forward. Rue harasses his man, but with speed is Austin Carter. Carter behind the net for Colton Plombin. Plombin back to the point. Grayson Rue, good physical play there. Beckius to center and Brigham. Brigham trying to gain the blue does. Good pass for Tayden Krocek. Knocked down was Rue. And Hutchinson wins the puck. Jackson Wojtis keeps it in. Right boot by Jackson. Again, he's our senior spotlight. We're going to talk about him a little bit in the second intermission. Beckius looking for Jackson. And here come the Tigers. In long change. Had some numbers momentarily. That wrist shot over the blocker. Slot or rebound. They got one. Tied up. Wrist shot goes over the glass. The carom into the slot. And the Tigers quicker to the puck there. And they knocked the game at 1. Goal by Jack Hantke. And it's a little bit quicker to the puck. The hunger there to go retrieve that one a little bit better for the team wearing black. And they're rewarded. Hankey with the goal, and we're knotted up at 1. So that's at the 13-17 mark. Kellen Karg on the assist. So Hankey from Kellen Karg, and we're tied up at 1. 3:30 to play second period, knotted up at a goal. There's Dias for Wojtas. Wojtas. Pass for Bush. Buying time laterally. Sends towards the net. Saved by Borstad. Shots on goal 19-13 for New Prague. This period, 9 for the Trojans, 8 for the Tigers. And New Prague looking for their 7th win on the year. Here's Huber on the draw. Tigers take it. Spinning, Griffin Hutchins. Hutchins up the wall, kept in. Here's Bush. Joey Bush fires. Left glove save by Borstad. Did a good job getting that one through. Hutchinson had the front of the net cleared. Actually, almost got screened by his own man there on the Twin Cities Featherlight replay. Coming in front is Anderson, showing the good hands to the line. Dias trying to keep in, cannot. Dorzinski's going to have to touch up, and he will. And center, good positioning there by Dorzinski and Bush. Bush on the forehand for Anderson. Anderson dropped down. Here's Hutchinson in the slot. Shot blocked by Dorzinski, and will send Walker away. Walker wide, joined by Dias. Walker to Cooper Dias in front, and get enough of it as Anderson looking to spring Cooper on his maybe 3rd shift. Joining the rush there, like the confidence. And the puck just eludes him there on that opportunity. A good little rush there by Walker. Or led by Walker, excuse me. Wojtas with the shot into the chest and stomach of Borstad. Prague has won a couple of these offensive zone draws that have led to opportunities, including on the power play goal. 2:25 to play in the second. Puck comes to center. Riley Krocek will collect. Krocek for Ashley. A little behind him, and Hutchinson will ice the puck, and we're going to get another whistle. Again, icings that you can even hear from the Tigers bench near us. Relieving pressure. Tigers not overly concerned about that. They do want to chop this game up a little bit, and they've been successful at times doing that in this contest. Scoring opportunities have increased, but I do think there's another level that Trojans trying to get to. And coming to center, potential for a 2-on-1 for the Tigers. Here's Hudson Lean with a shot, and Kenow yelling up to the task. Right glove save on the leading goal scorer for the Tigers, Hudson Lean. Won a puck battle in the neutral zone on his forehand, and look at the challenging Kenow here on the Twin Cities Featherlight and Trailers replay. Out past the blue, cutting down the angle, and flashing the glove, the sophomore netminder. Ashley on the draw against Charlie Wasik. Hutchinson wins. That puck shot and deflected up over the net. Good job by Bush playing the man. Ashley has the puck, and Carson's pass to Anderson. Anderson for Whitty, and New Prague's going to have to touch up. Tigers take the puck and dump ahead, and they have another opportunity. Fire, and that's off the top of the blocker as Austin Carter with the scoring chance for New Prague. Kind of a soft flip, and Carter wins the race to the puck. Kind of a late developing one, and yeah, that got left shoulder. Top of the left shoulder anyway of the goaltender Kenow, who makes the save. 1:42 to play, second period, tied at 1. Dorzinski for New Prague at 3:49. Jack Hantke for Hutchinson at 13 and change. Puck comes back to the neutral zone, taken there by Griffin Hutchins. Hutchins reverses to Lean. Lean for Grady Campbell. Tip forward on the forecheck now is Hankey. August Beckius absorbs the hit to make the play. Jackson Whiteis comes away with the puck. Potential for a 3-on-1. Bush is going to join him. Here's Whiteis with Dorzinski. Centering pass, and Hutchinson did a good job recovering there, taking away the 3-on-1. To the line, not out. Here's Joey Bush. Bush along the wall. Working there. Tigers will have the puck, and they'll flutter it out to center. Beckius takes there, looking for Dorzinski. New Prague just onside. Dorzinski, here's Carson Ashley. Ashley has the puck taken away, and Hutchinson's just going to fire the puck down the ice. Take a whistle and stoppage. 41 seconds to play in the second. .22-15 shots on goal for New Prague. Ashley, Whitty, Anderson, Krocek, and Applin. New Prague trying to get one at the end of the frame. And they do win the puck. Here's Walker Anderson. Anderson's shot trying to go through the legs of Borstad and did a good job getting the puck through. Borstad up to the task. As Anderson wheeling and spinning. Good net front presence there. I'm assuming Whitty there. Grayson Whitty in front. Perfect spot for Grayson. Taking away the vision of the netminder. 32.8 to play in the second. Here's Anderson. Anderson behind the net. Holding. Sends towards Ashley, but Applin coming down the wall on the backhand. Whitty leaves for Ashley. 20 seconds to go in the second. Here's Carson Ashley. Backhand across the slot. Looking for Anderson. Hutchinson will ice. Whistle stoppage. 11.8 to play here in the second. As soon as the second period ends, we will hear from our sponsors one final time. And when we come back, we'll have second period highlights. We'll have flag bearer interview, and then we're going to have our senior spotlight on Jackson Whiteis, brought to you by OMSC. So some things to get to at the end of the second. 8 seconds left. Oh, boy. Tough spot for a turnover. 5 seconds left. 2-on-1. They fire. Save Keno. Taking away from Hudson Lean, who's had a couple of opportunities, and the sophomore netminder up to the task is the Trojans with an offensive zone draw with 9 seconds left give up an outmanned opportunity, and Keno taking away the angle once again, and that's going to do it for period number 2. So New Prague gets one, Hutchinson gets one. Both goaltenders wonderful in this game, and we're going to have a fun third period. After 2 periods of play, it's New Prague 1, Hutchinson 1. Well, they're going to take a commercial timeout. And when we come back, we'll get to the stuff we've talked about getting to. You're watching New Prague Trojans Boys Hockey.
Is your garage door giving you trouble? Whether it's a broken spring, malfunctioning opener, or you need a brand new door, AAI Garage Door is here to help. Doug and his team at AAI Garage Doors bring over 20 years of experience to every repair and installation, providing fast, reliable, and affordable solutions for your garage door needs. Serving New Prague and surrounding areas like Belle Plaine, Shakopee, Prior Lake, and more, we're proud to be your trusted local garage door experts. Call Doug today at 952-465-9409 or visit AAIGarageDoors.com for fast, friendly service. AAI Garage Doors, bringing you peace of mind one door at a time.
Home. It's where your story begins. And every story deserves a beautiful place to unfold. At Rocksmith Granite and Quartz, we craft surfaces made for real life, warm gatherings, busy mornings, and everything in between. From bright, inviting kitchens to calming, beautifully designed bathrooms, we bring craftsmanship, care, and elegance to every space. Whether you're building a new home or refreshing the one you love, Rocksmith Granite and Quartz. You're going to love our work.
If you are interested in a new furnace, AC, water heater, or water softener and want professional and quality installations along with great pricing, give us a call. Full Circle Mechanical, fully covering your home comfort needs. 651-315-2000, and let's go Trojans!
Mental health impacts every aspect of our lives. Yet for too long, it's been treated as a conversation to avoid. At Duck Cup Memorial, we know the cost of silence is far too high. That's why we've made it our mission to bring real stories and life-saving education to schools and communities. Through courage and connection, we're equipping young people, parents, and teachers with tools to recognize and address mental health struggles before it's too late. We do this because we believe no one should feel alone. We do this because every life matters, and we do this because in every season, your mental health matters. Help us bring hope to more communities. Your support, whether through donations, sharing our message, or wearing our merchandise, fuels our mission to end the stigma and build a culture of care. We hope you'll join us.
For over 90 years, Witt Construction has been building dreams in New Prague and the surrounding communities. They're a family-owned and operated business and are proud to be led by former New Prague Trojan hockey players who understand the importance of teamwork and dedication. That's why they're committed to providing their customers with the best possible experience. Whether you're building a new custom home, renovating your existing home, or need commercial construction services, they'll work with you to create a space that meets your unique needs and budget. They also will offer a wide range of other services, including excavation and deck building. So no matter what your project is, they can help you get it done right. Visit their website or call them today for more information.
Hero Home Services is your trusted ally in home comfort. Whether it's plumbing, heating, cooling, drains, ducts, or electrical, visit callhero.com now to schedule your service.
And welcome back. We're through two periods of play here in this non-conference matchup between Hutchinson and New Prague here from First Bank and Trust Arena at the New Prague Community Center. We're tied at 1. Power play goal for New Prague in the second, Owen Dorzinski at 3:49, assisted by August Beckius and Jackson Waitis. Dorzo's first goal of the season. And then 10 minutes later, Hutchinson ties it. A goal from number 11, Jack Hantke from Kellen Karg. Let's take a look at the story of this hockey game. In his first ever start, Dylan Kenow, the sophomore netminder, just doing the splits there, making the right pad save. Again, a lot of these highlights are going to be Dylan, and just, I mean, that's a 10-beller there for the sophomore netminder, going left to right with the pad save twice. And you know, Hutchinson's got 3 posts, and Kenow's probably made 4 grade A saves. Yeah, and the Tigers could have more on the scoreboard than they do now. Not a ton of shots, but they're taking advantage of the shots they are getting by having them being, you know, high danger and good scoring opportunities. And we've talked about it. And one of the strengths of Kenow, and every goaltender has their own style, but Dylan's really doing a good job of coming out and challenging shooters. That clear and obvious. And I'm not a hockey guy, but you know, you just see the push off there. You know, the push off coming out and taking away the angles. Here's another 2-on-1 odd man opportunity as coming out and making the play. Good job there by Riley Krocek, making sure that he took away the pass there. And then Hutchinson with a couple of those type of opportunities, the flips and having their skaters try to outrace the New Prague defenseman, but good job by Kenow cutting off the angle there as well. And then at the end of the period, with just 5 seconds left, Hudson Lean, 3 great opportunities for Lean in the period, leading goal scorer for Hutchinson, and then Dylan off cutting down the angle. This is the goal, as you see on the power play, just as the power play began. Waitis winning the draw, Becky is getting the puck through, and then Dorzinski on the second whack, putting the puck in the net. Power play goal for New Prague. And those are your second period highlights, brought to you by Twin Cities Featherlight and Trailers. Camper, boat, and trailer storage available, 952-461-6548. Before the game, we got to interview a couple of players, future Trojan hockey players from Pee Wee A. Let's welcome Landon Brigham and Mason Lambrick.
Hi, Trojans. I'm here with our flag bearers tonight. We have our Pee Wee A team. And why don't you start us off and tell me your name, number, and position?
Landon Bregaman, 29 on defense.
Awesome. And who's your favorite player on the New Prague Varsity?
Caden Bregaman.
Is that because he's your brother?
Yep,
How do you think he's doing so far this season? This is his first year on varsity.
pretty good.
Pretty good. Awesome. Why don't you show us your best celly? All right. Next two boys, why don't you come on in? All right, boys, tell me your name, number, and position.
Andrzej Kozaczyk, and I'm number 26, and I'm left wing.
All right.
Mason Lambert, 24, left wing and defense.
Awesome. And who is your guys' favorite player on the New Prague Varsity?
Kid Borwich.
Gabe Borwich.
Is that because he's your cousin?
Yep.
Yep.
Awesome. How do you guys think he's doing this year? He is the captain. It's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
He's doing great this year.
All right, Mason, show us your celly. All right, Drew, hit your celly.
All right, catching the fish.
All right, boys, give me your best Go Trojans. Go Trojans!
Good job, Lacey, and good job, boys. Again, the future of New Prague hockey there. Zamboni finishing up here. We are through 2 periods of play, 1-1, and we are going to start our player spotlight here, brought to you by OMSC, Oral Maxillofacial Surgical Consultants. I want to thank them, and we are going to feature senior Jackson Whitus today. You can see on the screen Jackson has an assist in this game on the goal, 11 goals on his career, 14 points. Again, his best game, his most productive game was just this weekend over in Northfield. He had a couple of goals and an assist. And the familiar number 20 that Jackson wears by his older brother, Braden Whitus, who played a similar style as Jackson. So OMSC senior forward sponsor Jackson Whitus, our senior spotlight. I'm actually joined by Mitchell Chadwick, who does a great job up here in the booth. You know, it's my voice, but it's there's a lot of stuff that goes on pregame and behind the scenes, and Mitchell's a big part of that. And Mitchell joining us. You and Jackson are close, huh? You guys best friends since for the last 10 years or so.
Yeah, we're day ones. We've been through it all together, so I know him pretty well.
Well, let's challenge you on that a little bit. So you got to give me a grade here now for everyone back at home. First, what kind of driver is Jackson? Is he a good driver?
Jackson is one of the best drivers I've ever ridden with. Although he's been through a few accidents, been through a few things, he's always cautious. He's 2 hands on the wheel always. You're never scared when you're riding with him.
Is he a good golfer?
And on the other hand, I would not say he's a strong suit. He's baseball player over golfer.
I thought hockey players were all good golfers. Huh?
No, watching Jackson golf is certainly entertainment, that's for sure.
What are some of your best moments with him, just hanging out with your buddy? Obviously in the rink, you guys spend a lot of time together, but you got any memories, cool things that you guys have done together?
Me and Jackson, anytime I'm going to a Wild game or any sporting event, he's always by my side. We both love sports. We can always quiz each other on different ball knowledge, stuff like that. Not any specific memories, but I mean, he's a great kid to have around the team. He's always bringing the energy, always bringing smiles to the room, so it's just good to have him around. Great captain.
Yeah, and Mitchell, I think one of his best, the net front presence. His older brother, that was him. And Braden wasn't the biggest guy on the planet, but boy, he would go to the hard areas, and I think Jackson's added that. Not that he's never not had it, but he's more noticeable of pushing himself into the hard areas, and it's an area where New Prague maybe doesn't have the size that they've had in the past. He represents some of that size and net front presence, and I do think he gives them an element. Yeah.
Talking to Jackson this offseason, that was his biggest thing he wanted to improve on. He's always been talking about how he wants to be on power play, and that's his role. He looks after Joel Erikssonak on the Wild. Like, that's kind of his role. He stands in front of the net, gets tips, makes sure that goalie can't screens, and I think he's done a great job with that this year, and Brad's let him let him work with that a little bit. So I think he's doing a great job there.
Have you guys had conversations about what the future looks like for senior forward Jackson Waitis?
Right now he's a little undecided yet. Not sure what he wants to go into. I mean, obviously, if he were to get some offer for baseball or hockey, I think he would go that route for sure. But otherwise, not too sure for him yet.
Oh, very good. So Jackson Waitis with an assist today. He has 8 goals, 4 assists on the season, coming off a 2-goal, 1 assist outing against Northfield. Mitchell, I want to thank you for your thoughts on Jackson. Anything that you want to shout out to him or about him, or anything you just want to say on the air that you're better than him in that?
Yeah. I mean, I hope he sees this. Just want you to know, Jackson, I am better than you at NHL 26, and that's proven. And that's all I got to say about him.
My man. Thank you, Mitchell.
All right, thank you.
And that is your Senior Spotlight. Again, it's brought to you by OMSC, talking about Senior Jackson Waitis. And our next broadcast on Thursday night, we're going to hear about Grayson Rue. So Grayson Rue, next up on Thursday, we'll get some thoughts on Grayson, and he will be our next Senior Spotlight. So again, Waitis with an assist, 8 goals, 4 assists on the season. We are through 2 periods of play, and we are scoreless 1-1. Zamboni finishing up. I need a little breath. I need a little break for my voice a little bit, so I'm going to take a minute or so off. We'll go to break. When we come back, we'll have 3rd period of action. Tied at 1 here in New Prague. You're watching Trojans boys hockey. And welcome back. Getting ready for third period of action here. Wade Olson from First Bank and Trust Arena, tied at 1. New Prague and Hutchinson. Goaltender battle. Weston Borstad's been good for Hutchinson, and Dylan Kenow, a sophomore, getting his first varsity action. Been off the charts wonderful for the Trojans. A great second period for both netminders. Both teams did score one. Owen Dorzinski on the power play at 3:49 of period 2, matched by Jack Hantke for the Tigers. That was Hantke's third goal of the season for Hutchinson. Teams back on the ice. We're all set to go. Let's get a Trojans win here. A win improves to 7-3-2. Taking on Dodge County tomorrow on the road. We will not be there. We're back on Thursday, home against Waconia is the next one. Waconia on Thursday, and then St. Louis Park the following Tuesday. And then New Prague only has one home game the rest of January after Tuesday the 13th. So today, Thursday, Tuesday, and then 4 on the road, 5 out of 6 on the road for New Prague, trying to solidify playoff seeding position. If we were to seed now, truly believe New Prague would be the 3 seed. In Farmington, the story, haven't lost a game. Lakeville South obviously has played the really, really difficult schedule and did beat New Prague 6-2 here 2 weeks ago. I do think those two have the clear upper hand on being the 1 and 2 seeds. New Prague trying to stave off teams chasing them. You know, the Rochester Centuries, the Owatannas, the Lakeville Norths of the world, you know, trying to pass a New Prague team that is off to a good start. You know, 6-3-2 through 11, nothing wrong with that. Are there games they'd like to have back? Yeah. Have they done a lot right through 11 games? Yeah, they have, and they've earned the right to try to again get a home playoff game. Earn the right to make a mark in the section. Again, first ever AA playoff win last year, and then a good semifinal game against Lakeville South, a game that was 1-1 with just minutes remaining. We're ready to go. Third period of action. Huber, Dorzinski, and Anderson. Here's Hudson Lean, takes a whack from Huber. Beckius and Huber converge on him. And Keenan working against, trying to shake off Lean. Again, we're 1-1. And Beckius reverses to Applin. Tyler Applin, good up to Dorzo. All right, and it's in Walker skates a little bit, and Hutchinson's going to counterattack. The Tigers, Tyler Applin, good positioning. And New Prague playing primarily as Beckius dragged down. Referees say play on. There's Huber working against Grady Campbell. And the Trojans, really 4 defensemen getting the majority of the run. And you saw Chase Cloutier get there's a dangerous there as that's blocked in front. A bunch of shifts in the first period. You saw Cooper Diaz get a bunch of shifts in the second period, and with a scoring opportunity as well. Puck is iced by New Prague, 1 minute and 6 seconds into this. After the game, we'll have our Brandware 3 stars of the game, hopefully celebrating a Trojans win. And Carson Ashley on the draw. Reversed by Bush to Jackson Whitus. Whitus, pass for Whitty, eludes him. Recollecting Clayton Whitty in the neutral zone. Sends in softly. Kenow leaves for his defenseman, Joey Bush. Push up the wall as Jackson Whitus takes a hit. Kept in by the Tigers, and a lot of play in the New Prague end in the first 90 seconds. Krochek, Bush, the defense pairing. Jackson Whitus, Carson Ashley, Grayson Whitty, the forwards for New Prague. Draw 1 by the Tigers. point. That's sent through to high slot deflection by Ben Van Merrill goes wide. Ashley looking for Wojtis. Puck sent. Actually, it's unclaimed in the neutral zone, and now Hutchinson claims. Tipped ahead by Jack Hantke on the up from Logan Hagstrom. And there's a hit knocked down as Joey Bush at his own end. Come to center, and New Prague is yet, the puck has not been in the Hutchinson end. We're 2 minutes in. There's a long up there, good pass into the skates of Whitty. Whitty leaves for Ashley. Ashley, good pass for Grayson. Here's Whitty behind the net. Takes a stick check, peels off it, centering pass, looking for Ashley, goes through the slot. Cloutier coming down. Here's August Beckius. New Prague finishing a change. Did they buy enough time? As Ashley, a good retrieval there, joined by Grayson Rue. I don't think New Prague's forced as many turnovers as they'd like, but they did there. And now Hutchinson takes the 50-50 puck and comes out to center, and then will shoot in. That's Charlie Wasik. First man there is Colton Plombun for the Tigers. Reverse, Caden Brigham, drop pass to Beckius for Caden Krocek. Krocek goes by his man, puts pressure on the defenseman, and wins the puck, albeit briefly. Here's Brigham. Brigham, Krocek, and Walker Anderson, the forward trio for New Prague. Tigers have it picked up by Walker. Walker Anderson shot and stick save by Borstad into the netting. Yeah, good read there by Anderson, trying to go short side. And I do believe the netminder did some of the, yes, he did. And he's been good with the blocker. Borstad's made a few. Reflexes look good. He's played confident, as has Dylan Kenow in net. Does Huber a centering pass, looking in the high slot for Walker. Tyler Applin will claim. Here's Joey Bush. Bush for Anderson, and converged on by Hutchinson. And not much skating room there. I could hear Hutchinson's coaches yelling, there he is, worried about Walker Anderson's speed through the neutral zone. I think Walker's had a good game, though. There's a good hit, or an attempted hit by Keenan Huber. This has not been an overly physical game at all. And it's been, the Spring Lake Park game was kind of like that as well. Not much hitting. Yeah, really by either side. Seen a couple good body checks. That's softly to the blue line, not out. And now Tyler Applin has in his own end. Looking for Dorzinski, fired back in by Hutchinson. Walker Anderson in his own zone. There's the trap. You can see Hutchinson in this 1-2-2, trying to clog the neutral zone. They do there. Dorzinski leads for Bush. Here's Joey Bush, fires right pad save. Ashley left point. Down the wall for Walker. Looking for Ashley, knocked away by Hutchinson into the neutral zone. There's Riley Krocek. You see how much time and space the New Prague defensemen have. Elusive was Ashley for Anderson, fires and stopped by Borstad. A little bit more pace and flow for New Prague here. Puck's rink wide, intended for Hagstrom. Pushes forward for Kenow. Kenow up the wall. Looking for Whitty. As Ashley is dumped. Right hand of the bucket there. Here's August Beckius, has Wojtis with him. Fluttering pass looking for Jackson. Whitty coming together with Clayton Whitty, but the two Whittys together, 4 in black, 7 in white. Under 12 minutes to play in regulation. We're still tied at 1. The 4-man scrum. Hutchinson comes away with the puck again. It's Griffin Neppel. Good play by Beckius. Beckius sidesteps and he draws a penalty. Good read by August Beckius at the blue line. Good stick handle. Gets dumped, and Beckius draws the penalty. And New Prague, who scored a power play goal last time on the man advantage, looking to take the lead. So a trip, an obvious one. Griffin Hutchins goes, and New Prague on a Master Electric power play, trying to take the lead. Draws down, and Hutchinson wins the puck, sends the length of the ice. So Hutchins for tripping, and here's Walker. New Prague trying to retake the lead on the power play. They're 1 for 2. Ashley wide, good drop for Whitus. Whitus pass for Anderson, high slot. Blocker save. Whitty looking for the rebound, and Hutchinson takes it and sends the length of the ice. Whitus, Whitty, Ashley, Anderson, and Beckius. Here's August. August, good pass on the stick of Anderson. Walker stops, buys time. New Prague now sets, saucered back to August. August goes left wing, Walker. Walker fires wide. Ashley, Hutchinson, this is a passive penalty kill. Looking to get in lane, and Anderson knocked in front. Whitty, it's still unclaimed, hit the post. On the rebound, hit the post. Beckius keeps in. Saved there by Borstad. To line, knocked down by Carson. Whitty fires, right pad save. Rebound kicked, it's still loose. And now it's covered up as frantic stuff in the crease of the Hutchinson netminder. As New Prague's power play. Dangerous, couple of good keep-ins. That save, and the Grayson Whitty off the post through the legs of the netminder. And that's how power play is supposed to look. Good job, boys. Here's Jackson. Whitus on the draw. Back to August. August, Whitty, and Hutchinson wins it and sends the puck down the length. 43 seconds left in the Hutchins minor for tripping. 10-16 in regulation. Shots on goal, 31-17 New Prague. We are tied at 1. Whitty leads for Anderson. Anderson softly to Whitty. Great passing for Whitus. Right pad save. Puck sent back to the neutral zone. Here's Anderson. Anderson's knocked down. Good open ice hit. Whitty for Ashley. New Prague will gain the zone. Wide rush by Carson Ashley. Softly for Whitus. August Beckius. There's Ashley. New Prague changed 1 on the power play as now Hutchinson is full strength. Good pass by Walker for August. Play for Bush. Fires in front and hits traffic and sent the length of the ice. That will be icing. I know New Prague didn't score, but there's a lot to like on that power play. I thought they did a lot right there. Some good passing, great passing there as Whitus was foiled. It's just really, it's talented play there, and trying to be blocker side again. I like that power play. I know it didn't score, but maybe that gets New Prague going here a little bit. There's Bush at the line, taken there by the Tigers. And Riley Krochek collects in his own end. Here's Riley Krochek, time and space. Good pass onto Grayson Rue's stick. Here's Grayson and falling down, and here's Dorzinski. Dorzo looking, got one! Dorzinski scores from the slot. His second goal of the game. And New Prague takes the 2-1 lead. Dorzinski, the hero for the second time. As Grayson Rue battling. Yeah, and actually Grayson fell down and was able to push the puck just forward just enough, and Dorzo beats Borstad blocker side. That's going to be Dorzinski from Rue at 7:56. They give Huber an assist as well. It looked like Huber possibly got a touch there as Grayson fell down. Regardless, Dorzinski's second. We know for sure 1 assist to Rue. We'll give Keenan the second assist for now. Or excuse me, he would have the primary there. So Rue's 4th point of the year. Huber's 3rd assist, 7th point. And Dorzinski, who we've had some fun with up here in the booth off air about being snake bit, gets a pair. So New Prague leads 2-1. Dorzinski from Huber and Rue. And now let's see how the Trojans play with the lead here with 9 minutes to go in regulation. Down, that's shot stopped by Kenow. Here's Jack Fronick. Fronick, good body position by Jack, winning the puck, reversing to Bush. Bush ahead for Brigham. And New Prague's offsides, and they are called there. So 8:38 left in regulation. Dorzinski with 2, a pair. Different types of goals, too. First one, drive into the right post, has a puck rebound come towards him. That one, Grayson Rue doing the work along the wall, gets support from Huber, and Dorzinski from the high slot beats Borstad blocker side. Shots on goal now 34-19 in the game. Hutchinson looking for the equalizer. Again, New Prague did lead 1-0. Took about 10 minutes for Hutchinson to tie it up. Here's Jackson Wojtas. Wojtas, good pass for Whitty. Whitty with speed, wide with speed, fires, and again, trying to go blocker side. That one's beaten into the corner by the netminder Borstad. Here's Hutchinson with speed, and the wide rush is Applin supporting Beckius there. Wojtas leaves nicely for Ashley. Carson Ashley, 3-on-2. Applin's going to join him. Ashley checked up by Reggie Murphy, and we're going to get we get a whistle as Hutchinson liked the hit. We'll get a face-off in to the right of the Hutchinson netminder. Under 8 to play. Huber, Dorzinski, Walker, Anderson up front. Bush and Krocek, defense pairing. Prague looking to get an insurance goal. Up 2-1, draw, and that's just fired wide. Anderson off the draw. Oh, he keeps in. Here's Keenan Huber. Huber for Anderson. Walker, centering pass, and goes through the slot. There's Dorzinski looking for the hat trick there with Huber. Here's Owen. Dorzinski for Bush. They trade play. Puck's going to come out to center. Riley Krocek has there, being harassed, and the Tigers have the puck at their own blue line. That puck's up. Here's Hudson Lean with speed. Lean fires, and that goes up over the net and out of play. Boy, he has had some opportunities for Hutchinson. 10 in black. So, Tigers sniffing for the equalizer. 7:21 to go in regulation. Grady Campbell on the draw for Hutchinson, and they do win it. Pushed forward by Kellen Karg. He had the assist on the lone Hutchinson goal. Here's Whitty. Beckius supported by Applin. Tyler Applin now leading the rush. 3-on-3, numbers are even. Applin fires, save, rebound, and just handcuffed Carson Ashley a little bit. Here come the Tigers counter-attacking. There's Fronick. Fronick working against Campbell. Centering pass goes all the way through the slot, back to center ice, and Fronick chasing the captain, Griffin Hutchins, taken by Ben Van Marl. Marl onside, fired behind the net. First man there will be Clayton Whitty. Here comes Hutchinson. They fire, hits traffic. I believe Grayson Rue with the block. Coming off an assist on his last shift. Long up and a good pass there by Ashley. And Jack Fronick, blocker save. Borstad. Taden Krocek joining the play. Puck eludes Bush. First man there is Hagstrom. Hagstrom stops. Harassed by Bush. Knocks down the Hutchinson player, and here's Grayson Rue. Tigers at center. They will join, they'll break, they'll come over the line together. Centering pass in front, hits the right skate. New Prague will counterattack. Grayson's going to joy Fronick. Jack Fronick, Grayson Rue, 2-on-2, and that puck's sent into the corner. Rue back to the point, goes by Krocek. I think he let it go on purpose for Riley. Riley Krocek, good edge work there. Yeah, take the ice if they're going to give the ice. As Fronick not on the same wavelength there as Riley. I think he thought he was going to fire it in. One extra move and we get offsides for the Trojans. 5:44 left regulation. We're going to get a timeout for New Prague here. So the Trojans are going to take a timeout, up a goal, 5:44 to go. Again, a New Prague win here would be their 7th win of the season. Would improve their record to 7-3-2. Once again, after the game, Brandware is going to sponsor our 3 stars of the game. It'll be just minutes after the conclusion. Some guys have had strong games. Riley Krocek's one of those. I think he's done a really good job. His edge work's been noticeable. The way he's been able to stop and start and change directions with the puck. I think he's had a lot. He's been able to create a lot of time and space for himself as a defenseman. With that, he's been noticeable how much time and space he's been able to have with the puck with his skating. He's done a nice job skating in this one. Obviously, the netminder, I'll give New Prague credit. Not as many opportunities in this period. You know, I thought in the second period, the best player on the ice for New Prague was the goaltender. Has not been tested as much here in the third. 5:44 to play. 2-1 New Prague. Playing a hungry Hutchinson team. Looking for their first victory of the season. Huber, Dorzinski, and Anderson, with Cloutier and Beckius. And Huber just inside the Hutchinson blue line, working on the wall. Beckius to Dorzinski. Dorzinski pass for Walker. Stopped by Borstad, trying to go short side once again. And here come the Tigers trying to counterattack. Cloutier first one of the puck. Good pass for Dorzinski. Left neatly for Huber. Huber eludes his checker. Good pass Dorzo. Dorzinski barrel across for Anderson. It just failed to click. That would have been a highlight reel goal for New Prague. That puck save. Rebound for Huber. And stopped by Borstad on as Beckius got one through. Here comes Hutchinson breaking out. Wide rush by Carter. Carter fires. Blocker save. Play opening up here a little bit. Here comes Beckius. August Beckius with under 5 to play. Shots on goal, 40 for New Prague, 20 for Hutchinson. Beckius knocked off the puck, and Hutchinson has 5 minutes to tie it up. They are going to call icing, though. They get a stoppage. Looked like maybe Joey could have played it. Referees blow it down. And whistle stoppage, 4:43 to play in regulation. Well, that one would have been a beaut. Some nice passing all the way through. You can see the deflection there by Huber. Good left or right pad save by Borstad. Why does it seem like every time a goaltender comes in here, he sets a he has the game of his career? Here's Riley Krocek. Can't get the puck in deep. Hits the referee's skate. New Prague touches up. And Whitty seeking. There's Grayson Whitty seeking after the puck. Gets support by Wojtas. Jackson on the forehand. Grayson will go into the corner. Behind the net, Grady Campbell takes it there. Taken away by Jackson Wojtas. Here's Jackson. I think Jackson's had a strong game here as well. To the line. And Riley, puck comes out. And then we get a whistle as he tries to come back inside. Puck did leave the zone, though. We get offside stoppage, 4:12 to play in regulation. Taden Krocek, Grayson Rue, Caden Brigham. Beckius and Applin. Here's Brigham. Caden over the line. Borstad with the save. Didn't know he had it. And he makes what looked like an easy save look more unconventional. And he's able to drop the puck. The puck fluttered out of his mitt. We'll get a whistle and a stoppage again. 4:04 in regulation. 2-1 New Prague. 2 goals from Dorzinski. Goals 1 and 2 of the season. Here comes Hutchinson looking for the equalizer. And Kenow making the save. Easy opportunity from far out. And a bunch of whistles in a short period here past the 5-minute mark. I don't think Hutchinson's going to pull their goalie. It's not going to be an early pull. Huber on the defensive draw. Dorzinski. Applin to Walker. Anderson. Rubbed out, pushed forward. Knocks his man. Oh, he's going to go. Walker Anderson's going to get a second offensive zone penalty of the game. And Hutchinson's going to go on the power play here with 3:35 to go. Probably interference or cross-check. They do call cross-checking. So Anderson for cross-checking. And Hutchinson's going on the power play down a goal here with 3:35 to go. Well, here's a Master Electric penalty kill. New Prague, 2 for 2. Need a third. Draws down. Here's Hutchinson on the power play down a goal. Riley Krocek drawing the defensive assignment. Once again, no Cade Borwich in this game, serving a one-game suspension for a kneeing penalty against Northfield. You know, Cade would be, obviously a guy you'd want on the ice in these type of situations. There's a good job. Now New Prague wins the puck. That's a four-man battle that the Trojans come away with the puck. Riley Krocek sends down. 3:08 to play in regulation. Hutchinson has not pulled their netminder. They are on the power play. And New Prague about 84% on the PK on the year as Krocek stands up his man. And now we'll send the puck the length of the ice on the second try as his first try hit Hudson Lean's glove. 2:47 left in regulation. Minute 10 left on the minor to Anderson. Cross-checking at 13 and change. Tigers having trouble on their breakout here, getting harassed this time by Grayson Whitty. And picked off there by Beckius. Beckius is on his own. Can he get it deep? Does not. And Hutchinson now to center. Applin steps forward, supported by Dorzinski, but the puck had crossed the blue line, whistle and an offsides. As a good job by the New Prague PK. Hutchinson not in rhythm there on their zone entries or breakouts. 2:22 left in regulation. Once again, Bramware will sponsor our 3 stars of the game a few minutes after the final horn. And the Tigers are going to take their timeout, actually. So 48 seconds left in the power play. New Prague already exhausted their timeout. Hutchinson uses theirs now. I think more so than X's and O's, it's to get their top guys rest, who are just kind of battling for a bunch of neutral zone pucks there. It's hard work. Getting a breath. I'm going to finish that thought on Borwich. It's he's a 3-year veteran, a 3-year starter. Veteran guy with a bunch of experience and a guy who, he skates so well and he's big and he's physical and, he's a guy who logs so many minutes for New Prague on the back end. But him being out in this game, I think you noticed it some. Game hasn't been as physical. I think some of that, Cade didn't draw in today. And we'll see if the defenseman can finish the penalty kill here. We'll see. I don't think Hutchinson's not going to pull their goalie here because the face-off's in the neutral zone. But we will watch to see when the goaltender does leave. And see how many saves Dylan Kenow is going to have to make here in the last 260 seconds or so. Timeout's over. Again, 2-1 New Prague, 2 goals for Owen Dorzinski. Hutchinson has 1. Late in the second, Jack Hantke from Kellen Karg. Dorzinski, Huber, Krocek, Bush. Again, New Prague down a man. Is Anderson serving the minor for interference. Puck sent up. That should be offside. Oh, they say onside. Boy, maybe I saw that wrong. It was Hutchinson with a set piece off the draw. Comes Dorzinski. Dorzinski has the puck taken away by Charlie Wasik. Hutchinson gains the blue, but Huber knocks his man down and sends back into the Hutchinson zone. 23 seconds left on the minor to Anderson. Under 2 minutes left in regulation. New Prague leads 2-1. Rink-wide pass in rhythm to Grady Campbell. Campbell checked by Bush. Supported by Huber to the line, not out. Here's Hudson Lean. Lean, tough pass picked off by Huber. Here's Keenan Huber. Had a little support from Bush. Tried to sidestep. Good job by Keenan winning the puck back. 90 seconds left. Walker's out of the box. We are 5-on-5. Third straight kill for New Prague. 3 for 3 on the power play. Lean splits a couple of players. Sends towards the net. And Kenow will hold and settle with 81 seconds left in the contest. That's a really good penalty kill. That's never was Hutchinson dangerous. New Prague won a bunch of 50-50 pucks. They were hard to play against in the neutral zone. That was a really, really good defensive session by the Trojans. Still no goalie pull. 1:21 to go. Hutchinson's last game, a 3-2 loss to St. Louis Park. So they did play a 1-goal game. The goaltender looking to come to the bench if they win the draw. Draw is not won, though, and Tyler Applin has it. Will use the glass to get the puck down the ice, and good job, the pace of it, no icing. Tyler will recover. Hutchinson netminder still in. 1:07 to go. Good pass there from Beckius to Ashley. Ashley to Whitus, fires, and a blocker save. Jackson tried to go blocker again. Center pass in front again, and Borstad comes over as Willie Grayson didn't get all of it, making the save. Offensive zone draw for New Prague. It's a really good pass from Beckius up to Whitus, and Jackson coming wide. It was a good save by the netminder, who's had plenty of practice from that right post, stopping blocker side, short side shots. As Hutchinson tries a late change, and the referee stops that one. Again, 56.8. 2-1 New Prague. Huber on the draw, pushes forward. Hutchinson has it, and the Tigers on the breakout. Flipped ahead. They do gain the blue line just onside. Goaltender's going to come. He comes now. Beckius will bank it. That's going to be icing, and icing's the call. And New Prague now will have a defensive zone draw with 40 seconds to play in regulation. Come on, win a draw, get the puck down. $39.4 to go in regulation. Draw one by Hutchinson. They fire, hits traffic in front. Again, net my 6 men for, that's going to be interference on Hutchinson. Puck sent the length and wide. I think Hutchinson's going for a rougher interference. So this is not going to be on New Prague. This is going to be on the Tigers. I'm pretty positive. Yep, they're going to call cross-checking on Hudson Lean in the high slot. So draw is going to be, we'll get a face-off in the Hutchinson zone. So New Prague finishes on the power play here. Hutchinson's going to try to win the draw. The goaltender will have to come out. So Master Electric power play here. Hudson Lean for cross-checking in the slot. 30 seconds to play. Draw one by Hutchinson. Set play. Beckius goes forward. The centering pass in front. Dorzinski looking for the hat trick. Stopped by Borstad. 18 to go. Here's Ashley. Carson Ashley, 10 seconds to play in the hockey game. 2-1 New Prague on the power play. It's going to be sent to the line. Here comes 4 seconds to go. This can't happen. 2 seconds. One, fires, and Keno with the save. How does that happen? And Dylan Keno with the save at the buzzer. And a wild hockey game as New Prague wins 2-1. Right shoulder stop. And a save at the buzzer. And New Prague wins 2-1. So a third period goal for Owen Dorzinski, his second of the game. Looked like as the Trojans were coming back, looks like Carson Ashley a little shaken up on the last one. Looks like he's going to be okay. So the Trojans survive 2-1. And again, we'll get your Brandware 3 stars of the game here momentarily. And just, wow, it looked like kind of nothing going on there towards the end of the game. And Hutchinson takes the puck on the wall, and they spring Austin Carter with some speed. And the sophomore netminder Dylan Keno with a right shoulder save to finish a sterling performance for him. Stops 22 of 23 shots for the Trojans. So again, some guys had some good games today for New Prague. And again, a couple of goals by Owen Dorzinski. And we'll hear from your Brandware first star of the game here momentarily. Third period highlights. We'll get third period highlights here for you momentarily, including the game winner. So we'll load just a few is probably good, Mitchell. We don't have to go too many. And then we'll get your Brandware 3 stars of the game. We'll set you up again. New Prague back in action tomorrow against Dodge County. That'll be a road game. We're back on Thursday, a home game against Waconia. Let's take a look at your third period Twin Cities Featherlight and Trailers highlights. And here's some of that action in the third period. Again, it was a goaltender battle, especially in the second period and then late in the third. We get both goaltenders play well. Their guy did. Borstab was off the charts incredible as well. Just some really, really, really good saves. And you saw that opportunity by Carson Ashley. Again, New Prague did strike on the power play in the second period. And some good hand-eye coordination on this last power play. And we'll probably get back to the highlights because we do have as we are being joined here. So let's now get to the Brandware 3 stars of the game. Number 3 star with the assist today on the first power play goal, August Beckius. I thought August did a really good job of making plays and making reads at the Hutchinson blue line. Kept numerous plays alive there. Had some really good passes from his own end, and August Beckius is our Brandware 3 third star. Second star of the game with 2 goals is Owen Dorzinski, the junior number 24, back in the lineup for his second game after injury. Dorzinski nets 2, his first 2 goals of the year, getting a power play goal in the second and the eventual game winner in the third. And our number 1 star, Brandware first star of the game, sophomore netminder Dylan Kenow. Dylan, first question, got to ask. 4 seconds left in the hockey game, a breakaway coming at you. That's like every goalie's dream, right? Like that's what you think about when you're 4 years old, when you're starting to play this position. Talk about the last play of the game.
Oh, I saw Carson, and he got it, and then he just chipped it out, and he missed it, and I got so scared.
Yeah.
Then I knew I could save that one, and I've been saving it all game long.
Just a wild way to end it, a breakaway at the end. Talk, Dylan. Joey's been man in that net. 11 straight starts for Joey. You get your first action today. Thrown in there. Talk about just kind of the mindset. What were you thinking about all day, knowing you're going to get the start? Just talk to us about a day in the life of a goalie, knowing you're getting your first varsity action.
Oh, I was just trying to keep my mind off the game, just so I don't get nervous, and just do my daily. I don't know.
Excellent. Once again here with the Brandware first star sophomore netminder Dylan Kenow. Dylan, your best friends in the first period, the Pipes, helped you out a little bit.
Yeah.
You hear the iron ring behind you a few times there. 2 crossbars and a post. You did a good job cutting off the angles when you had to. I think one thing we noticed is how aggressive you are challenging shooters and trusting your defenseman to take away passes. Is that part of your game?
Yeah, for sure.
Once again here with Dylan Kenow. Again, Dylan, not much action early in the third period for you, but it got hairy late. Just talk about some of the defensemen in front of you clearing out bodies so that you can see the puck cleanly. Talk about what those defensemen do for you.
Yeah, they do everything. They're so good. They just clear everything out. I can see everything. They just do their job.
But early on in the third period, you went times in this game without a lot of action. Sometimes you were busy, but then sometimes 5-6 minutes kind of without seeing the puck much. Talk about what that's like for a goaltender when the rubber isn't coming as frequently as maybe you would like to get in rhythm.
Yeah, I just stay locked in, go to the boards, drink some water, and that's pretty much it.
Very good. All right, Dylan, I want to say congratulations, man. First varsity start, stop a breakaway to end the game. You get the win, a 2-1 win against Hutchinson. Just want to say congratulations and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
And as your sophomore netminder, Brandware first star of the game, Dylan Kenow. I want to congratulate all 3 stars. August Beckius, number 3 star. Owen Dorzinski, second star of the game with 2 goals on the season. And then Dylan Kenow there, stopping 22 of 23 shots in a 2-1 New Prague win. I want to thank again our sponsors for making this broadcast possible. This was a fun one tonight. Yeah, you never knew what you're going to get. I give Hutchinson a lot of credit. I thought they played hard. They were committed and they were spirited. And New Prague did enough, found their game when they needed to. Grayson Rue, Keenan Huber assisting Owen Dorzinski's second goal of the game winner there late in the third period. So that's going to do it here from New Prague. Once again, our next broadcast will be Thursday night, 7:15 puck drop home game against Waconia. 2-1 final. New Prague wins. Good night, everyone.